Hey there guys, it's Mythic Run, we're back. Back with some Holy Pally today. Released a video last night, so still getting through all the comments on it, but surprised to see how many people had such strong opinions about the topic, honestly. Hey, Tiernan and Azrael, what's up guys? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, we're using this add-on now for all of our characters, so we can mess around with it on this character too. It's really nice to have like extra characters to do these missions on, because just this free assortment of materials is pretty nice. So let's see what it looks like on this character. Very easy. Hey Stromy, what's up buddy? How's it going? Welcome. These missions are so low. I guess it's really easy at first. Oh wait, hold on a second. Isn't there? Yeah, there's a dude right here. I gotta send him out too. An empty slot right in the middle. That's strange. Alright, anyway, let's go get our chest there. Not this chest. Our vault. Let's go get our vault and we'll get started. Decided the tank life wasn't for me. Leveling a healer. I'll get you. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's good to find something that you are passionate about. Then you'll be more inclined to progress on it. I'm surprised you're not. Yeah, I think you'd like Holy Pally. Okay, so let's go. So today we're gonna do. My goals are today. I talked about this a couple days ago, but my goals are today is just basically get as many keys. I need to get 4 keys done for sure. So that'll probably be where we end after we get 4 keys finished. Hopefully they'll all be finished, but we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, that's our goals. I don't want to just arbitrarily stream for 4 hours regardless of if I'm having fun or not anymore. So we're going to try that out and see what that goes. So if that goes longer or less, I don't know. We'll see. But those are my goals. Healer stresses me out too much? Oh, more than tanking? Or less than tanking? Or what? For me, healer is a lot different than tanking. It's a lot. Like at times it's way easier and times it's way harder. He's getting serious now with the bandana. Yeah, it's time to get serious. I'm sick of fucking around, man. No. I woke up and my hair is just not feeling good today. Demarii, which is subscribed, welcome. Not feeling good today, and I really need to take a shower. I just can't find the time to do it before stream, so I need to do it tonight. It suits you. Yeah, thanks. Looks good, thanks, man. Role playing as a monk today. Yeah, there's the Pandaren monk transmog, free transmog. It's pretty cool. It's got basically the same thing on. Only that dude's hair is like this. It's like this. I like that. I brought this up yesterday, and then my mom asked about it, and I was like, yeah, I showed it on stream, and she was like, what did people think? I was like, there was a few people who had reactions, and she's like, just a few? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Most people don't even seem to know what that is. And she was like, well, yeah, Peeps is like a company that's in Pennsylvania only. I'm like, oh. But I don't know. Is that true? You guys know what Peeps are? I swear that they're sold probably at least around the country, but maybe not out of the country. I'd imagine not out of the country. Okay, anyway, let's open box. Never. Hall of Holding. It's up here, yeah. Right there. Peeps are delicious, yeah, so you know where they are. You know what they are. Peeps are at least a Diabolical's here. What's up, buddy? Peeps are at least nationwide. Yeah, that's what I figured. We have them in North Carolina. The candy that looks like baby chickens. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. The gross marshmallows, definitely. That's definitely it. Yeah. No idea what that is, but I'm not from the U.S. Yeah, fair enough. That's probably where it ends. That's all around during Easter. Yeah, Easter. That's what that is. It's Easter. All right, hey, we're opening this. We're opening this, guys. I got 3 options this week. I did 10 keys last week, so let's see what we got here. Another fucking weapon. God, man. It's just kind of silly at this point. We don't need any of this. Yeah, actually all downgrades. Or at least side grades. Well, we're going to have to find a piece that has at least better stats. So crit haste gloves. I'm wearing the exact same gloves. Oh, no, I'm not, but same stats. Haste mastery legs. What is going on? I'm getting the exact same items. Or the weapon, which is now my 3rd weapon side grade. I don't think we'll be taking anything. That's bizarre. Yeah, how about that? Taking nothing. Versatility mastery, or crit mastery. I think we're just going to stick with my weapon because I don't feel like enchanting it again. I wish I could swap with your vault. The best weapon I've had was 213. You can just shift while hovering over the piece. Oh, right. Shift. Yeah, good call. Forgot that was a feature. That's hilarious, though. So same pants, just worse. Not the same gloves, but the same stat allocation. Just flipped, basically. Yeah, it's literally flipped. So more haste instead of crit, which I guess is what we'll take because that is a small upgrade, I think. I think haste is better right now. Or versatility and mastery instead of crit and mastery, which I really don't even care about, actually. And I already have the appearance, so I don't even need the transmog. Alright, we'll take the gloves. Very small upgrade. We got spires. Alright, put the gloves on. Very odd. So this character is going to be played a lot next week. If you haven't heard, season, or not even season, but patch 905 is coming out. So we got some gear to finally get an upgrade. And since they have such a large cap on it the first week, and from what I can tell, you can actually upgrade 0 gear. I went on the PTR and I looked at the gear and shit. I cannot find the vendor. Does anybody know where the actual fucking vendor is to upgrade this shit? Because I cannot find it. I wanted to test if it's account wide, and I cannot find the vendor. But regardless, I think I might try that. I might just go do some 0s and then just get a ton of Valor and upgrade the gear from 0. Because, like, much higher likelihood to get it from 0, right? But anyway, we'll see. Never seen a weapon above 213. I finally got 203 weapon on my Shaman from a 10. Weapons are ridiculously hard to get. Not for this character. That is now the 4th weapon I've gotten in my chest. The 3rd 226. Okay, so anyway, let's see what we can find out there. Don't mind doing my own key, but I'd rather pug into a few for now. 15 the other side, that would be fine, I guess. I'm trying to think, is this going to be a harder week for me at all? Busting should not be difficult. I didn't get a purple weapon until I was already doing 10s. Shields are so hard to find too. No. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Anyway, get that same 200 shield for weeks now. Damn, that's crazy. Well, you'll be solving that problem, sir, soon. Oh yeah, let me transmog those gloves. It's kind of sad the only way to get a weapon that's guaranteed is PvP. Well, not guaranteed. I mean, that's how the game always works, so. You don't get guaranteed items in PvE. You never have. Not get invited to any of these? Looking for good DPS. That's good. That's a good idea. He's got a good plan there. Plague Ball is actually a key that we really need. Push! Push, 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 push! That's what these guys are saying. Push, 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 3 exclamation points, push! Alright, now we're doing spires first. Yeah, so I think I might try Ret now. Is Ret getting any significant changes? I haven't actually looked at like non-DK stuff, to be honest. Or non-tank stuff, I guess, more so. Let's look. We got the patch notes now, officially. Yeah, I wish they added a vendor. You could also straight up buy gear to upgrade also. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but yeah, you just go do zeros, I guess is the play. We'll see. That actually is end up the case. Like on the beta or on the PTR, it says zeros are 1 of 14, so technically you could start at 0 and upgrade the gear. No wonder I don't get invited. Look at all those people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But people need to realize this, like when somebody makes a key, there's this many groups, like especially at 15. If you're doing a 15, like say like what's the easiest key, like Mist, Spire, something like that. 15, there's gonna be like you could literally like seriously, if you ever feel like, man, why the fuck am I not getting invited, dude? These guys are so stingy with their invites. Go, just you don't even need a key. Just make a group called 15. Push or whatever the fuck nonsense you would type in. Mists of Turnaside. List that group, walk away, go maybe, you know, make a coffee or some shit, come back to your computer 15 minutes later and see how many people have been in the queue. I did this in BFA. People were always talking about this shit in BFA. I made a 15 freehold group. We had 55 players in the group. We sat there and counted every single one of them. 55 players signed up over 15 minutes to a 15 freehold that was not even a real key. So you can't take 5. You can only take 5 people, right? Like what? That's fucking 11 times more than the occupancy of the group. Anyway, yeah, people who say they're toxic for not inviting you. Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, they literally just don't. They don't have that perspective. It's not. I guess it's believable, but you have to get that perspective. Anyway, they did that in Wrath. Technically, it's just the gear was not upgradable. Gotcha. That's why most DPS don't get invited. You get 100 in one. Yeah, no doubt. I'm planning on tanking some. What's your advice on 10? Yeah, I have well, yeah, you get the Mythic Dungeon Tools add-on first, and then I have a whole video with all my routes that I would recommend for pugging, especially if you're doing it for the first time with the Prideful Affix there. I would watch that video or check out the routes. Seems like there's more people wanting to do 15s than keys exist, definitely. Yep, 100%. I mean, it makes sense, right? Just like there's more people wanting to buy Ferraris than people, you know what I mean? Like everybody wants what they want, but not everybody has the qualifications or the funds needed to get what they want. So that's just human nature. Everybody wants to get Keystone Master, especially now that 905 is coming out. So everybody's going to be signing up for that shit, and you have your pick of the litter. That's why you should always do your own key. High Raider IO, people cursing you for not inviting them too, right? Seems like there, maybe read that, we read all this. Even better if you're the tank starting a group, gets nuts so quick. Yeah, if you need 3 DPS especially. But anyway, okay, hey, let's head out, guys. I mean, it's time to go. It's time to go to Spires. 3 more for Keystone Master Timothy. Good fucking luck, man. You got that shit coming up Tuesday, so you better get it done. This is the week for it, man. Super push week. Almost feels like it's intentional, doesn't it? A lot of these times, things happen in this game, and it starts to feel like, wow, I wonder if they just did that on purpose. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Yeah, that's probably the case. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Everybody wants to go to Bastion, but nobody wants to go to the Shadowlands. Okay. Speaking of, let's head out. Greetings, Metro. What's the eye level now on your Holy Pally? 215. I haven't gotten an upgrade in a few weeks, I think. But next week we'll be pumping some time into these trinkets, I think. We're going to play a couple sessions next week on the Paladin. Gotta get some farm going. We gotta get a ring. We gotta get trinkets. Trinkets are going to be the big one. This trinket's actually not bad, though. It's definitely better than I had. Actually, yeah, I forgot. No, I got this last week off stream. I was doing keys, and Sarah got it, and she didn't need it, so she gave it to me. But we have a couple bad pieces that I would love to upgrade. Oh, chest. Wow, 200. Jesus. Sanguine plus Spires plus a Plague Fall. Cool. Well, Spires should be easy, definitely. Plague Fall's pretty easy. Sanguine's a little tough, but... Everyone wants to push keys, but very few bother to tank and make the effort with routes and leading the group, even with off-specs for it. It is true. I do have... I feel like, especially like people out there that are playing specs that could tank or heal, especially like meta, like, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, I'm a rep pally. Nobody invites a rep pally. It's like, well, you could probably go holy or even prot and get invited almost immediately. Like, you double your odds, right? But you just refuse to do that, so that's up to you. Carlos is speaking Chinese or some shit, man. I don't eat cat, bro. Damn, my critty is low compared to Urs. Mine's at 14% without my soul bind. Yeah, well, I got my critty, so it's pretty shitty. I get 21%. Versatility is 15%. That's pretty good, man. My character's like stats are decent. I think it's Brazilian. Oh, really? Not Chinese. I think he said it's Portuguese. Portuguese. I play a tank. You just need to be picky. I'll take like 1 out of 10 people, even if there's 100 people signing up. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna do a key with 10 people? It's gonna be tough. Make 2 groups. All right, guys. The other 5 of you, you're gonna come in Discord. You're gonna watch us stream the key. You're gonna learn. You're gonna get the key after that. Okay, we're gonna alternate. Come on in Discord, guys. Here's the link. It's like those waitlist things. People like when they're doing raids, they put waitlist. Key. 15 waitlist. I'm gonna do that. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. 15 spires waitlist. Somebody might drop in the middle of the key. We'll get you in, bro. Yeah, Brazilian and Portuguese are the same. That's what they speak in Brazil. No, I'm aware. Yeah. But different. It's faster and more flowing. Oh, okay, I see. Well, I'm a big fan of Portugal, so. Oh yeah, later. Good thing I did that. Good thing I did that. General person, it's here, right? Sweet. Good food. Oh yeah, in Portugal. Never been. If Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. Whoa, that's aggressive. What the fuck? If I don't trust you, we're just not gonna play together. There's no problem. Nobody needs to die over that or get shot. How did you get that Raider RO to show up on the group finder? I've been using that weak ore for a while and never figured out how to enable that. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't do anything. It's all part of the weak ore from what I could tell. Progressed on Mythic Lady last night. Saw your strat didn't move till 50, where we are moving boss after each ad spawn. What's the idea behind waiting to move to 50? There's nothing to move from. Why would you move? Just a DPS loss to move, right? You only move when you have to.
We are vastly outnumbered mortals. The Forsworn have cut a swath through most of our forces.
It's a song.
Vanquish
No, it's a
their
dungeon.
rear guard while I confront devils. Go in service.
This thing's pretty fun. Dude, are you serious with that Brazilian? Or are you kidding? I can't tell. It's not me who's speaking Brazilian, it's someone else. I'm from Northeast, and there is a bi population of Portuguese. Are they all like into dudes and chicks equally, you mean? Well, that's fine, up to them. Whatever floats your boat, as they say. This guy's got threat or something, or what? A demon hunter with no threat, okay. Tough game. God. This back didn't go well. I mean, Brazilians are freaky. No, big population. Either way, they have some good food. Nice. It's good to hear that. It's good to eat, especially if you're hungry. Really only if you're hungry, but that's fine. However you want to handle it. No one interrupted Infernal Strike. Oh yeah, is that what it was? Actually find myself a lot less aware of what's going on in the dungeon when I'm healing because I'm constantly staring at the raid frames.
You were the paragon of loyalty, Devos. And yet all this time it was you who led the Forsworn.
Your blind adherence to the path would have doomed us all.
That or they get cleaved a ton. Something like that. So I'm bursting. I find myself not having enough time to use Holy Light and instead using Flash of Light. Is this bad? No, but you'll just use a lot of mana that way. Okay. Anyway, that was funnier than it should be. It's good to eat. Why do you have two sets of HP bars? Because the stream needs to see the one, and the other one is my healing bars.
Vanquish their rear guard while I confront devils. Go in service.
Well, they're gonna survive. That's interesting. Not for long. It's such a fucking long run back. But hopefully as soon as I get there, we can top everyone. Okay, well, we made it. Got a little lucky there. It's weird to be able to move again. Not just have to stand still the whole time. That healing is sick. Yeah, it's ill. It's the illest. Need to pay attention here. How did I get that? Look of Divine Toll saving the day. Yeah, it's so badass, right? Okay, this guy's fucking clueless. We don't have a battle res in this group, so that's that. Anyway, Carlos may be one of the Sepultura band members. They're Brazilian. Oh, cool. Throw a marker on the tank so you know where the cleave will be. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Since I don't have a set schedule anymore, all I can do is Mythic Plus, so I'm going to go Resto Druid. I like being able to be a Momkin and a healer. Sweet.
You were fools to challenge us.
This run ain't looking good. Yeah, agreed.
None shall be spared.
God, this guy is getting fucking slaughtered, man. This is a fortified boss, by the way. What's he like, fucking 200 item over or some shit?
Suffer my wrath.
They speaking taco. Oh, really? Is that the name of it?
Run.
A druid was underwhelming. I want balance on it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if you'll like druid. Although they are getting buffed. They're getting a pretty significant buff, aren't they? In 905? I think so. Why do you look like a character from an 80s dance film? Not sure. Never seen one.
Your doom takes flight.
That's true. Reju is getting buffed. Yeah, big buff.
Suffer my wrath.
Sad seeing him not run spikes. Oh, really? Not use the ability?
You will never.
He gets trucked like it's Tyrannical Week, yeah. This would be interesting. What's he done here? Oh, he flared them? Uh-oh. That's not good. Getting knocked up there is a big error. Busting as well. We're about to roll some busting, my friends. Watch this fucking divine toll save the fucking day, though, man. I'm telling you what. People playing Vent here. Come on, man. Anyway, we're still in combo for some reason. He wasn't using his active mitigation. Nah, that's no need to do that. It's a waste of time. Okay, we're fighting up there apparently. He's gonna die again probably because I was not ready for that. Just land hands him. Well, that guy must have very little health if that land hands actually healed him to full. Gotta use Devo just so the tank doesn't die. Although to be fair, it helps with busting. Wait, did Demon Hunter face tanking? Did he forget about meta? Yeah, it's kite meta, bro. You have to only kite. He meted once the boss landed. Okay. Good time for it. Get some extra offense at that point, right? I see so many Demon Hunters who think they're the best tank. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably get confused because they think like Demon Hunter's in the meta, so it must be the best tank period, but it's actually kind of got some big flaws that I'm only starting to realize now. Play around those flaws though, and they're very powerful. And they say DK is hard to heal. Yeah, this guy is just bad, yeah. He's low. Oh my god, that mob just jumped onto the pack. Okay, cool. I love these fucking mobs, they're hilarious. Divine Toll, you will need to be here to save me. This guy doesn't even have fucking threat on everything, man. cannot get this guy's health to go up. Hey, Pride, what's up, buddy? Alright, cool. That's gonna be a wipe. Anyway, no one is ever safe. Jix would be disappointed. Yeah, no doubt. What is this pull? This is Ragnaros, guys. That's why you don't play with Ragnaros, people. Just wipe it up.
I have many wares.
What the fuck is this guy doing, dude? Anyway, I made my horde on Area 52. Alright. Good to hear. Here the prize. Still got 20 stacks and in combat with us. Sweet. What, are we just wiping again? Stoppo Rono. Quando yo te vi. En la lluvia me prometiste tu sangre. En no me quedo en mi vida. En la lluvia me mantiene. Cuando yo te vi. En la lluvia me prometiste tu sangre. I don't know what any of those words mean. That's a leave in Hearthstone if I ever saw one. No, we're not playing Hearthstone currently. Do you ever have aggro issues with Fire Mage? Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I feel like they burst too fast. Yeah, sometimes I lose to it quite often, actually. So many people only speak Spanish on American servers. These guys speak English, they're just ignorant.
I have many lucky dues.
What's going on here? Okay, see you later. Thanks for wasting my time, my friends. Fucking Joe Key. This guy's like literally probably not even ready for 10s, let alone 15s. I wonder what they were even saying. Metro, let me take a key, bro. Okay, what key you got? Storm Rage is the new Ragnaros? Yeah, I'm surprised the guy from Storm Rage. I don't know how that works, but... Anyway, I'm seeing more Portuguese and Spanish here than in European realms. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's probably more people... Yeah, I think there's actually more people in Mexico than in Spain, right? People like human beings. It's probably the same with Brazil. Definitely the same with Brazil. Brazil's probably twice the population of Portugal. Gotta compile a new rag video. I'm hands off, man. I've rested my case already. Like there's no turning this boat around now. What do you have? I have 15 theater. I wouldn't mind doing that. I have Spires 14, which I'm not in a rush to do, but up to you. We can do either of these. Spires 14 or theater 15, up to you. You ever see the movie Basketball? No. You know you're the only one of the only streamers that does not cover their chat. Yeah, that's too good. Why do people do that? They don't want free entertainment? I don't even have to be here. I could literally not be here and you could just read the chat and you'd be entertained, right? Like I don't even have to interact. This is like fucking free. Why would anybody hide their chat? What, they got dudes sending them fucking dick pics or some shit in the middle of the chat? Like what are you hiding? What's there to hide? Anyway, Brazil is like second or third highest population in the world. Yeah, the same. I'd imagine that's the case. Tush, what should we do? Free chat drama is easy views. Easy clips, man. I mean, all these clips, if we had the chat hidden, dude, there's so many things that would have been not... You wouldn't even know. Like, that warrior with one fucking weapon on, dude. Think about that, right? You wouldn't know anything about that. If I had that chat covered, you'd have no idea that any of that even happened. Who would cover the chat? What are you doing? Probably have friends like me who say bannable words in a chat. You're not going to get banned for that. You know what I mean? That person's going to get silenced in the game for doing that. I'm not going to... Nothing's going to happen to me. What the fuck? It's not me doing it. You know what I mean? And even if they do, like, it pops up on the screen regardless. Like, the party chat and the say bubbles, they're still on the screen. You can't block those. I think people do it because they stream, like, the guild. They don't want guild chat being shown on stream, but it's like... I don't think anybody's saying that I would be worried about people seeing. Okay, so I guess we're not doing a key. Alright, let's see what we got out there. 15 halls. I mean, in European realms, you have much more languages. I sometimes do keys with French or German people, but usually the chat is English. Oh, really? Even the people from France, it's spread. We talked about this a lot. I have a bit of a theory going here. Like, I've never met somebody from... okay, listen. In all my years of working on the internet, so like 10 years now, I've never met somebody from France. Now, I say this all the time, and then people in the chat come and be like, oh, I'm from France. So it's not a great... it's not perfectly true, okay? But in our associations over the years, I've never worked with or directly talked to somebody from France, okay? Now, Siler's theory there, and I guess it's my theory too, but he said, like, the people in France do not like English. Like, they hate English. So they don't even learn it. Like, they can't speak English. They're never going to work with us because they don't know English. And the ones that do learn it are not, like, you know, they're not online, basically. So, like, your average French kid on the internet is not going to speak English. You know what I'm saying? So, when we do, when you meet these people, they're not interacting with people at the same level, okay? But the funniest part about this is I actually have only met a single person from France, and it was IRL. It's a woman who comes to the dental office. She's like this 70, maybe even 80-year-old woman now, and she's from Normandy. And I'm like, oh my god, that is insane. All these fucking years, I've never met somebody from France online. And I meet everybody. I meet people from Sweden, Poland, Norway, all these fucking countries, right? Like so far away. You could never imagine interacting with somebody here in the United States. Nobody from France. And then this one chick's just, man, it's like bizarre, right? Anyway, that is true. French people hate speaking English, yeah. Is it super common to learn English as European? It is everywhere else, yeah. And I think not in Germany, too, apparently. Sai was saying the same thing. Probably scared of Twitch banning them? Yeah, I guess that's the difference on YouTube. They don't care about that. Are you using Venthyr for damage on Holy? No. I think that's my first message that's gotten deleted. What? Anyway, China, India, USA, Brazil. That's the order. I posted it with your name in the title. Oh, well, you didn't say anything when I asked you. We'll do one later. It's fine. That is true. Okay, read that. Same as Japanese. They don't like to speak English as well. Oh, really? I haven't talked to Arno in a few weeks, and he hasn't made videos. I wonder if something happened. When my dad was in the military, they had to go to France, and a family friend taught him some French phrases so he would like him a bit more. They also hate deodorant and shaving their arms. What, the women? Yeah, that's fine. One problem is dubbed movies, etc. that happen a lot in France or Spain. Unlike Portugal, only English subtitles are used, but in Brazil, dubbed movies are more common. Gotcha. Dubbed movies. B-dubs? When was the last time I've been there, man? I don't know. Definitely before the pandemic. Alright, well, hopefully this one goes better. I don't mayest Buffalo Wild Wings. It was too salty? Oh, really? I haven't gone there a lot, but my most famous, my most recognizable memory of Buffalo Wild Wings was I went to meet a guy that I was working with. He wanted to watch the Eagles game, and I was like, I'll go with you. So we went there to watch the Eagles game, and I've never really gone to a bar to watch a sports game that long. So I was just drinking the whole time. And I don't actually remember how many beers I had, but when I got in the car...
shut up and take my money, keep up the grind. This is the rest of my birthday money from my grandma.
What the fuck? Okay, thanks a lot, man. $5, very generous. Tell your grandma I said what's up. But yeah, anyway, so I'd been drinking for like the entire game, which is like 3.5, 4 hours basically. And when I got in the car, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, this is not good. I didn't even realize like I was legit drunk, and I drove home the whole way. And I had just got in the car. It was like it wasn't too long after I just got in that car. And I didn't realize that the lights weren't on. It was the first time I drove it at night, and I didn't realize the lights weren't on. So I drove home drunk, like probably 4 or 5 miles drunk with the lights off in the middle of the night. And a cop passed me on the way. Like, we drove by each other. Like, holy shit. That was like the last time I ever drank and drove, man. It was ridiculous. I don't know how nothing bad happened that night. Anyway, BWW is the McDonald's of wings. How is it? I don't know about that. What's the best toothpaste for white teeth? I don't know. I've only ever used Crest products, so I won't be able to answer that. Oh shit, that does, wow. God, that does a lot of damage. Anyway, if I remember correctly, 80% of people with their lights off are drunk. Oh, really? 80%, that's a weird number. Didn't get some people with that there. Wendy's is the McDonald's of wings. Wendy's has wings. IRL Shroud. McDonald's is the McDonald's of McDonald's. Oh, really? Good point. Too bad cars automatically turn them on now. Harder to catch people. Jesus Christ, what does he have to do with this? You ever see the whitest kids you know? The grandma skit? No. Oh, we're doing this strat. Yo, Metro, I really enjoy doing your theater route, but people said it takes too long. I think they just blame it, and it doesn't take any longer. There's nothing about it that takes too long. I just did a normal on my dude Disc Priest. Everyone but me with Ragnaros. I need a shot of whiskey. Oh, boy. A normal. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, I like your headband, Tyler. I like your comment. Are you a Christian, Metro? Let's not get into that today. Tank is YOLOing it. Doesn't have a route planned, do you think? What makes you say that? I don't know. I can't imagine that's the case. There's a good stun there, though. We will need to do some healing now, though. And see you guys later. What's so sad about Ragnaros? Y'all keep raging on it. What are we doing? Maybe he doesn't have a route planned. Yeah, Ragnaros is like not a good realm, let's put it that way. He's a Jehovah's Witness, keeps knocking on my door. There will be one thing we do not discuss on stream, and that is religion. I've learned over the years. Although politics have slowly crept up to be just as non-productive. Just never gonna have a good conversation with religion, about religion on the internet, I feel like. Tank is rage quitting. You guys are saying some strange things. Anyway, 90% of the players on Ragnaros are bad at the game. Also, most times there's a language barrier. Sure, I'm not gonna agree with the stats, but in general, you're thinking in the right direction. Okay, so now we're going back down. It's weird. I've double chested 13s, but the other side 11 is too hard for this hunter. This hunter? Why? Oh, you mean you? You're talking about you? I thought you meant the guy in the group. Maybe doing that mask first is a good idea for CDs to come back. Yeah, if you're definitely worried about survival, it's not a bad idea. But people are going to commit offense to that mask, so then the pack is going to take really long. Does anyone actually +3 to mist? +3? I mean, you can +3 like a 10 or something like that, I'm sure. I don't know. To triple upgrade a key, though, you really have to be... You have to be doing like 5 lower than your progression point, I think, honestly. Because even a 15, I don't think I can triple upgrade. It would have to be way higher than that. Or way lower, whatever you'd say. And suddenly we're all safe again. Eight K HPS, holy fuck. This guy's not making Bear look good though. I don't know what he's doing, but must just be undergeared, I guess. You will need to pull prides into big packs, probably. I think you would need to, like, triple pull every pack, basically, because I don't know how you fucking triple upgrade a key. Timer is so short. Like, triple upgrading a key is... What's that, like 25 minutes in this dungeon? 25 minutes will probably only be at the third boss, maybe even lower. Do you enjoy healing? I'm thinking about trying it. I do, actually. Yeah, healing's pretty cool. I like tanking and healing a lot. I don't really love healing anymore, but I definitely, I do like it. Have you tried Disc Priest? No, I haven't played Disc Priest since Mop. If I was playing a priest, it'd be holy right now, I think.
They always be willing to make a deal. What you give me that look for?
Restore's fun in lower keys. Once you start hitting higher keys, I would not recommend Druid. Yeah, let's see what changes in 905, I guess. Oh, wow, really? I should have stunned it. I failed 19 TOS with 49 seconds, so I decided to go Venthyr as Paladin. Oh, yeah. Well, that's pretty close. I wouldn't worry about changing anything. I'm sure your DPS had a couple errors that they could fix. Or disc unless you're highly confident in your abilities. So will season 1 end? No. Still got like 4 dungeons to complete. No, yeah, it won't end. Won't end until 9.1. Mist Monk is also great. Oh, yeah. Not great, but grape. Or maybe the other way around. How long do you reckon I have? At least another 13 weeks. Probably more than that, though. I mean, their HPS is, but you go so fast. Oh, really? Still an issue for them. It depends on your playstyle. 13? Yep. I thought I had 2 weeks. Oh, no, of course. I mean, the patch that is going to end the season isn't even on the PTR yet, so you have a long time. We're halfway through the season only. Seasons are usually 5 to 6 months at the lowest. And this is probably going to be one of the highest, the longest seasons. I just realized that if I can heal Pride without Chiron ability, it's time to change the Venthyr. Yeah, I guess so. Or it's time to start using Divine Toll purely offensively, right? It does a lot of damage on big AoE pulls. Maybe the Vivify change will help some, but I would not recommend Mistweaver. You will not get invited. Oh, wow. So there's only like one option to play then, huh? It's like, you don't recommend anything. What the hell? You can't play Priest, Monk, or Druid, so you got to play either Shaman or Paladin. That's it. Only options. That's unfortunate. Best defense is offense, so yeah. The spell does a lot of damage on a single target, but Divine Toll I think will do more damage overall. If you literally just use Divine Toll every time for offense instead of defense, you'd probably do more damage with Divine Toll over the course of a whole dungeon. Oh wow, I missed. That's unfortunate. When are you going to play Warlock? What? Never? I have every healer at 60. I'm just giving the best advice to someone, not level something and regret it. You will not regret playing a class you like. Don't worry about what other people are telling you to do. There's no reason you can't play Druid, Shaman, anything. It doesn't matter. Unless you're trying to be the best player in the world, then you have some things to think about. Hey Metro, how you doing? Marcelo, welcome. Don't recognize the name. Welcome to the stream. That was unfortunate. I was banking on that holy power there. You can even be good as Feral, yeah. Did you buy a new chair? Nah. Too much of a fucking bitch, man. I'm never gonna make a decision. Just gonna sit here and talk about making decisions. That's what I do best.
Happy almost birthday, buddy. Hoping for a great stream for you today and tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for the generosity over all the months and years and decades and lives. I'm hoping for a very bad stream. Bro, if you don't use Crusader Strikes. What? What am I doing? Wrong direction. I've commented a few times, but I'm usually a lurker. Oh, no problem. Well, glad to see you. Yeah, I do hope my keys go well as well. Can't confirm love Feral, sticking with it. Got it. Yeah, I'm sure you can find some keys around like the 4 level or something to do as Feral. No reason not. And now you upgrade the gear, right? So you don't even need to. And we still have no confirmation that that shit is not account-wide, right? So seems like it's going to be account-wide. Seems like alts are going to be able to just fucking farm 2s and get 220 gear. About to find out, I guess, on Tuesday. I just can't find, like, we could find out right now if I could just figure out where the vendor is. Somebody tell me where the vendor is. I can't see where the I can't find the vendor. Does anybody know? Feral around the 4 level? Yeah, that'd be pretty fair for them, I think. I mean, I've seen some Feral juicers. Oh, well, they're like big into health and stuff. That's silly. You're silly, Strummy. You know what? I'd say that. Okay, now. See you guys in the air. Walking through the air. I see the open skies above. Something in the trees. Do 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 do. We're walking air high. Taking a while to kill this thing. one mob, that's what we're pulling. I don't know why people aggro those. People do it constantly. No reason to fight those mobs. Bubble this, right? Doesn't take it away, but it makes me not stunned. Have you ever tried the talent that lets you heal people with damage? I have not. I've always wanted to. I really should. But no, I never actually tried it. Anyone else got pain in the ears for a few seconds? Why would happen? You're underwater or something? Didn't even make a dent in Kyle's HP. He made a small dent. I mean, the fact that he's even down like 5 or 10%, whatever that would be, is pretty big, considering how big the stream boss is. No, because you were singing. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're confused. I'm a pretty good singer, actually. It seems interesting to at least look into. I don't think so. It's a cool talent, but if it was like some... maybe if it was like a legendary thing, it'd be interesting. That row has a... which row is that? Oh yeah, Awakening. Actually, I don't know. That used to be a much more competitive row, I think. Kyle is basically Voldemort. Just when you think he's dead, he pops up stronger. Oh, really? Voldemort. That was a Ray Finney. How do you say that guy's name? Ray Fiennes. Oh, accidentally clicked off the game. Stun that, I guess, works. Kind of. Hi, I want to ask, what's the name of the add-on for the bar of the live of the party member? Are you talking about this? This is Voodoo. Extreme laggy for anyone else? Doesn't look like it's on my end. But I wouldn't put it past me. Oh, there we go. How'd you get your voodoo to look so much like Grid 2? I just made it look this way, I don't know. I think there's even like a voodoo preset or whatever that's called a little bit of grid or something like that. It's like a perfectly customizable add-on. The way you customize it isn't awesome, like it's not as modern as you would like, but... No, the other bars under your character's face. That's just the default, man. That's just the Blizzard default. Are you talking about this? I don't know what's going on. Okay, this will be like the hardest pack. That was really not what I should have did there. It's particularly tough because it's right before Prideful. Just use Devo. I haven't needed Devo for a Pride in a very long time. I actually could not figure out how to set it up, so I just went back to grid. Oh, okay. Well, whatever works. I think my voodoo profile is also in the UI video, but it would probably be the one for my DK, obviously. I don't think it shares the ones for all your characters, but maybe.
What have we here? That dusty old Loa has sent debt collectors already? But I haven't had his mojo long enough to create my masterpiece.
Wait, you made it here with one zombie too? I knew you took short
Voodoo is all in one. Oh yeah, grid is just the bars, right? Why would anybody even use grid anymore? The default frames are so good now, I don't know why anybody would use grid.
laser time.
Did somebody block these besides me?
Power beyond your comprehension!
Laser time.
Witness my full power!
Laser time.
Ouch! Watch what you're doing, Melinda.
Okay, that could have been a lot worse.
Get in my way. New hell. This one will drive you nuts.
Because I can move it around. What?
This one will drive you
I'm gonna light you shadow you up!
You lumbering oaf. Voice lines are quite endearing in this game. In this dungeon, especially. Wait, who just had the shadow thing? Nobody? I forget that the bomb is really my requirement.
Shadow you up!
lumbering oaf.
Lumbering? The mighty Millhouse Manastorm has never lumbered a day in his life! Stop! I'd rather give up the mojo than lose her!
That guy got meleeed.
Yes, Millie! Let's never fight again! For a while, at least.
Oh, sweetie, you do care. Mwah.
True love. No, ain't that
This fight reminds me of The Simpsons because of Millhouse. Oh yeah, The Simpsons. Why they're all yellow or something. It went on for way too long. How's it going? Welcome, my friendly boogaroo. It's going pretty good. For now, I will say it's going quite good.
souls be turning away from you? All them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna... We don't need worshippers. The genie are gonna give me all the power I need. And once I need the one gonna be forgotten.
You get hit by a mask or what? What are you drinking? Water. Like always. This is gonna be painful. Okay, we stunned them. Not out of the woods yet. I'm drinking Deception blood. Decepticon blood, okay. Oh, alright. Come on. Oh, you have to wait all the way until you actually hit the ground. That's unfortunate. Septicon blood. Would that just be oil? Better get a move on here because I'm so slow. At least I'm not the only one who gets hit by it. I didn't even see it, yeah. It's like a whole different game playing at non-tank, honestly. It's like I have a completely different perspective when I'm not right next to the mobs, so it's harder to actually pay attention.
This one ain't gonna want to give me back my mojo. So careful now. She's tricky.
Hey, C Fry, what's up, buddy? How you doing? What eye level is your pally? 215? 215. Shit. Volcanoes. Think you'll ever raid with your pally? Probably not, no. I like keys more than raid on alts, and I don't really have enough time to be playing these characters that much. If anything, I had dreams of like bringing it as a tank to the main raid for some reason. Like maybe there's someday we need Paladin. His Paladin was his main for years. Well, yeah. I don't know if people don't realize that, but this was what I rated on for from TBC all the way through Legion. So it's not like I've never done it before, but to do it on both now is unlikely. Unless for some reason there's ever a need for a like we don't need me on my DK and instead we need me to heal, I guess. Don't think that would happen, but can't imagine it'd be, I don't know if I'd be able to get back into raid leading as a healer. It's quite difficult. It's definitely a lot easier to do it as a tank. I didn't know you main Pally. Oh yeah. Yeah, Pally was my main character. This character was my main for a very long time. Major Domo. Alright. Yeah, that's one. That's an example. You never know when that's gonna crop up again, I suppose. One tank that, yeah. The Paladin sacrifice thing, I remember that.
Meddle all you like, mortals. You only delay the inevitable.
Well, that was pretty lucky. Didn't even need Divine Toll there. Wow, that guy really got hit hard there. Hey, Johnny Fox, what's up, man? Long time no see. How you been? How you doing? Got some problems with busting here. Let's go into it with everybody full. Just checking on you, bro. I got my new PC back today, so I'm excited to start playing again. That's cool. Glad to hear that. How long you been waiting on that? Do you have count? Don't think so. Guess he's gonna get the small shit down here instead, maybe? Well, it broke like 2 months ago and I've been busy with work. Oh, gotcha. That's a long time, jeez. You haven't had a computer for 2 months, holy fuck. Cycles like that in people's lives are like, that would be like a definitive thing for me, right? Like, if my computer broke and I couldn't play WoW for 2 months, it would change my whole life. But everybody is different, right? Everybody's got different priorities. It's crazy. Did you try the PvP gear? Just found a couple forum posts. Oh, maybe. I didn't actually do that, no. I mean, I went over there and didn't see a new NPC, so I didn't even think about it. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's just the same guy. You put the gear in regardless of if it's PvP gear, it upgrades with Honor. If it's not, it upgrades with Valor. That could actually make sense, because I looked everywhere. All over the Covenant Order Hall, or whatever, the Covenant Hall. All over Oribos. I thought maybe it was somewhere in Org. I didn't find anything there either. Because, like, there's Valor vendors in Org and shit. Once I downed Heroic Sire on my Warrior, I'm going to level up my Holy Pally. It's pretty fun right now, man, I'll tell you what. Definitely the most fun I've had with Pally in a few years. Mostly Divine Toll, to be honest. Like, once Divine Toll goes, it's not going to be fun. Well, it's still kind of fun. It'd be like Blood DK without Death Grip, right? It's like, it's still alright. How do you become a member? What, of the channel? That's a paid thing. You support me by giving money every month, and then you get a little icon and some other stuff. Feels like that for sure. I'm also working frontline COVID patients, so it took my mind off it, but I'm now looking forward to catch up. Wow, sweet. I tried to get on the PTR to check for you, but it keeps DCing me. No worries, dude. We'll know in a few days. Yeah, channel membership. Yep, there should be the green join button or box or whatever you want to say about it. On like the right side of the channel view page. Start playing against this Legion and Horde. Horde everywhere, yeah. Well, there's still plenty of Alliance players. They're just not playing competitively very often, it seems. It's funny, I didn't realize until somebody brought it up, but if you look at like the majority of the complaints on the forums, they're posted by an Alliance character. It's like, oh yeah, okay. Didn't even notice that. of the ones that are posted by actual characters. Like, a lot of people just have like form avatars that aren't real characters.
My tree is going to prove quite deadly.
That's why I stopped playing back in Legion. A friend went crazy and broke my computer and TV. I was spying on him, thinking I was spying on him. What the fuck? You're right about going crazy. Hey Metro, what was that mission table add-on you used? It's called Venture Plan. It's not on the CurseForge client if you're having trouble finding it. You have to download it elsewhere. I don't mind. The game is really fun. It's a nice expansion. Yeah, it's definitely the best start to an expansion that I've been through. How is that not dead?
Them brokers be up to something. You best be keeping an eye on them. Now hurry back with the mojo.
So we're front right then with Tank. I love Blood DK in this expansion. It's such a good expansion for Blood DK too. That's probably one of the main reasons I'm having so much fun with it. It's funny because I am absolutely head over heels in love with Blood DK and Holy Pally, and they have been my favorite specs for the last 15 years basically, and they've never been more fun than they are right now. Both of them side by side, you know what I mean? So it's like, holy shit, this is the expansion for me, honestly. I'll tell you, like, I didn't realize how bad class design was in BFA until I played Shadowlands. It's insane how much better it is now. I could just fucking jump off.
Struck a deal for old Odin's eye and made the Banshee war chief with a whisper.
My bad, and certainly not mine.
Think you're one boss man? Maybe you've been skulking in the shadows for too long. Come on now, heroes. Bring the mojo back and help me put this all lower in its place.
Now we're gonna need to give this guy attention. You got me into tanking. I like DPS, but tanking is where it's at. Yeah, no doubt. Tanking is where it's at. It's really fun. And it's like you get to play the game a way that, I don't know, like DPS is cool and all. I'm sure I would, you know, there's a variety of reasons to enjoy different specs and classes that are just pure DPS, but tanking is so flexible, right? Like it makes so many, it opens so many doors, let's put it that way. I don't think I could ever play a class that didn't at least have a tank spec on the class. Because there's times when it's just so nice to be a tank, like even out in the world content, right? Like it's nice to have like pets and shit too though for that. What's up? Hey, what's up, Alex? How's it going? Ah, walked right back into that. Okay, time to go. If you pull this boss before everyone gets close enough, it can reset. Oh, wow. Good tip after what happened yesterday. Yeah, guess I should pay more attention to that kind of stuff. Well, that was easy. Not even 50% of the way through the cast. I mean, I guess we can. There's nothing really to do here. Holy Pally looks so hard, to be honest, but it looks so fun. Oh, it's not hard at all. That's why I'm liking it so much, honestly. It's so freaking easy with Divine Toll. Like, I don't know, man. All you have to do is be able to predict the damage. You don't have to be good at Holy Pally at all. If you are bad at, like, understanding healing requirements, you know what I mean? Then, yeah, maybe it's tough, but no healer is going to be any better, honestly, so might just healer itself is not for you, but as long as you like, okay, I know that people are going to be low and nobody, you know, like I could raise them all to full instantly here. Okay, Divine Toll. That's it. Literally, that's it. There's so many times when if I was playing the exact same way minus Divine Toll, we'd wipe. That does not result in a wipe because of Divine Toll. Missing 18 spires by 3 seconds. Yeah. Sucks. Sorry to hear that. And Lay on Hands too, to be fair. You have 2 get out of jail free cards now. Lay on Hands was always kind of there for the tank. But now with Divine Toll and Virtue, it's kind of like not even needed. Okay. Got the upgrade at least.
Times change, man. Mortals never be as weak as you believe them to be.
Totem of Stolen Mojo.
They have potential. But don't you be worrying about a thing. You're gonna be having
Alright, that's 1 of 4. Gotta get 3 more.
mistakes. You did good, heroes. Yeah. But what
So what's next?
coming yet for
Slapping teammates in the face with Holy Shocks is badass once you can get that big crit. Yeah, Holy Shock isn't what it used to be, but it's still pretty damn good. I think Word of Glory is just going to do way more healing per spell, right? Average... So average is 7k with an average crit of 13k. Oh god, yeah. What the fuck? Not even close. That's funny. Even crits are lower than the average Word of Glory. So that's a big reason why I don't see... I'm confused why people are so like dead set on Glimmer of Light. I don't understand how you get a half-decent group 90% of your runs. This is going to sound really dumb, but I think it's because I'm a Holy Pally. Like, they don't need to be good. Like, literally. You know what I mean? Like, I can just... Like, as long as these guys are... They've done the dungeon before, I'm going to carry them through the hardest parts because of Divine Toll. It's so fucking easy. Like, all the hardest parts of the dungeon are just completely trivialized by having a heal that heals all 5 people to full whenever I press it. It's ridiculous. Okay, what else we got out there? Really need Plaguefall, honestly. Facts? Yeah, I won't say that's a fact, but I think that's part of it. Like, these people are making mistakes left and right, getting slaughtered, getting fucking meleeed and shit. Tank doesn't have threat and all this stuff. And all I have to do is press a 1-minute CD, you know what I mean? And everybody's fine. As long as it doesn't keep happening over the next 40 seconds. Holy Pally and Blood DK is the best duo. I think they're very strong synergy right now. Like, very strong. But I'm sure it would be the same for Vengeance, which is obviously stronger. So, for my keys, I should just invite Holy Pally. I honestly, I would, yeah. If depending on what tank you're playing a tank, right? I would just take a Holy Pally. Take a Holy... And Shaman's good too, right? But the Shaman has to actually know how to use their fucking CDs. Paladins literally just press Divine Toll, and that's it. But 3% passive damage reduction to the whole dungeon too. Like, that's huge. That's a whole trait. Think about that. There's a whole trait, and that's all it does. 3% damage reduction. One of the Soulbind traits. This is just a Paladin. Paladin just brings this. Holy Paladins and Shamans can carry these groups. Other healers need help from their DPS. Yep, definitely. Because I keep getting 16 keys from Vault and then depleting to 11. What the fuck? Well, I don't know about that part. You might have some soul searching to do, my friend. Passively shitting on Resto Druid? No, not me. I'm not doing it. Resto Druid's going to be pretty solid. Some of my best keys were Resto Druid this season. I wouldn't mind playing some Resto Druid, though. Halls of Atonement. Do we still need... No, it's literally just Plaguefall. Plaguefalls are only non-14. Chill run. Bad thing, right? Genuinely, me and my guildies, 6 to 10 Mythic, we pug our keys on Wednesday, and it's happened. Oh, okay, well. I have to tell you, I don't think you should be blaming others at that point. If you're 6 of 10 Mythic and you're depleting your key from a 16 all the way to an 11, I think you might be doing something wrong. Is shit being censored? I don't know. It's mainly shit healers and low DPS. Yeah, I mean, why are you inviting them then? Just on the screen, right? Plaguefall. Need brain. I got one of those. Mr. Azraelon player. You'll be the judge, I'm sure. Declined. Okay, good luck, buddy. Good luck. I have the brain. Trolling from Azraelon. Non-blood DK is probably unholy DK. Oops. I almost died there. 1.3 IO for 15. What's up? I mean, there's a lot of people out there, oh my god, who are boosted that look good on paper. You get them and you see they've been carried. I mean, to have that happen so repeatedly, I have trouble believing it, unfortunately. 15s, 14s, like these are just so easy to not upgrade these repeatedly. I wonder where the fault lies. Let's put it that way. How far did you get with Castle Nathria? Yeah, 6 of 10 now. We killed Artificer in 1 night of progress. I think it was like 30 pulls. Pretty badass. We've been playing really well recently.
You are seen.
Plaguefall, right? Yeah. So how do you determine decent players? For me, I actually have a whole video on this, so maybe you want to check it out. But I would not even look at the score. The score is almost irrelevant. The score is like a gross scale metric for me. Like if somebody's like 400 IO, then obviously you're not inviting them, right? But if you're looking at somebody who's like 1600 compared to somebody who's 1700, I don't feel like that's interesting at all. At that point, what I start looking at is how many keys they've upgraded. So if you look, let's do it on the finder thing here. So you see, there's all these numbers, right? It says Radar IO score. That's the thing. And then he's got a main score. So this guy says his alt, barely different. But then he's got his best run. So you look at that, make sure it's relevant. Yeah, make sure he doesn't, if you're doing like a 17 Plaguefall, make sure this guy doesn't have like a 14 or some shit like that, right? And then after that, I look at timed 15 runs. You see that? So if somebody has more than me on my DK, then they're probably very good, or very dedicated, one of the two. Because I have a lot. I think I'm like 75 now or something like that. So if somebody has more than 75 runs, and I've played a lot this season, then they're serious about this game, you know? So that would be what I would do. Just make sure you're finding people who are at least as many keys done as you or more. And I feel like, depending on what your opinion is of yourself, if you find somebody who's got more credentials than yourself, then you're putting a good group together. We're up to 177 Stone Legion pulls. Fun fight. Nice. You'll get it. Look at how many keys they've done to make sure they aren't boosted. Yeah, that's a big part of it. For me, group fails are almost always DPS not interrupting or standing in bad. Very rarely is it tanks or healing. Yeah, I mean, comp 2 is huge, right? Like, you don't want to invite a comp that has shit that is not going to be compatible with the dungeon. Like, let's put it this way. If you invite 3 hunters, and it's like a dungeon that needs a lot of fucking interrupting, they better know how to play. I went into a 15 or 16 the other side on Wednesday and got hammered first pull, and a rogue asked if I bought my score. To be fair, it was my first ever fortified week. First ever fortified week? What the fuck? Alright. Anyway, alright, fair enough. I didn't read that bit because I didn't think much of it. Yeah, that's huge. That's like, people overlook that shit. And then you can take it even further and you can go on the website. Like, copy their shit and go on the website. And look at, how many keys they've done for that dungeon. So you go to the website, go to their Plaguefalls, and see how many keys they've done for that dungeon. Even though this guy might have 115s, but he might only have 7 Plaguefalls. It's that dude does not do a lot of Plaguefalls. Maybe he's not a good pick. You can go even deeper than that too, you can go back and look at Season 4 BFA. Let's see how many keys he did in Season 4 BFA. Ooh, he didn't play at all. Well, that was a while ago, but I'd rather pick somebody who's played consistently, because now they play their class at a long term. I don't know. A lot of things to consider. I find it hard to get into 15, 16s because even at that low level, people tend to prefer metacomps. Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's happening more value. In fact, if you look at the start of the stream, you could see it clearly. I was in a group for 14 Spires, and there was probably 30 people in the queue. So, I mean, you can't invite everybody at that point, right? Just do your own key. Gang got 10. Oh, hey, Gag, what's up, buddy? Yeah, they wanted the monk, it looks like. Rapstar. Guy's pretty good. He's got an 18 mists. We'll see monk here. I avoid certain dungeons unless I need to do them. Is that bad? Yeah, that's definitely not good. I mean, if you're looking to then pug those dungeons at some point, realize you've kind of fuck yourself. So depends. I don't think I'm that elitist to go on the website. I just want to tie my key. That's not elitist, man. That's why you're failing. You're not using the tools to your disposal. That mentality is going to seep into your gameplay too, I'd imagine. I'm not that elitist to use a weak ore to track my interrupt CDs. I'm not that elitist to maximize my, offense, like, all these things. It's like, well, if you're using that mentality everywhere, then you're just going to deplete keys. You can't just have that broad stroke like that. My IO got reset, so can't get into any groups. Oh, would you change your character's name or something? You have to wait a day or something? I don't know. Ask Sign. Find Sign and ask him, because he's done it a few times.
Metro, what do you think is the best healer for Mythic Plus? Blood
Death Knight. Yeah, thanks a lot. Mech has become a sponsor. Was that a name change there or what? It's required to research someone's history of a game to see if they're any good. Yep, pretty much. You can sync your BattleNet to Radar.io and it will update. Oh, really? You used to have to do it a different way, didn't you? If you faction switch, it goes away. Hopefully he didn't do that. Jesus. Geg's desperate, but not that desperate. Alright, we good? I finally transferred my character to my own account. Oh, wow, really? That's funny. Well, that's good, at least. Was that an easy process to do? I guess probably if you did it, it must have been easy, but... Well, at least I know now. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, I mean, if you're serious about fixing the problem, you got a lot of tools to fix the problem, so... Lots of ways to solve that problem. I had my IO reset the other week. My IO went to my alt TK. It's funny. Probably name something, do it name change. You can only do that if the two account holders have the same last name. Yeah, I think that's right. I faction switched a couple of my alliance, and I had to rebuild my IO. Any thoughts on Venter, Holy Pally versus Kyrian are both viable? Yeah, obviously. Venter is good if you're in like super maximized groups, but for pugging, I would not even consider it. Pally is so fucking strong with Divine Storm, honestly. Or Divine Toll. Divine Storm. It's gotta be the strongest Covenant ability in the game right now for healers. What is this guy? What's going on with this guy? Like, look at that. Come on. That's just fucking ridiculous. And it's a 1-minute CD. My toll is I'm surprised it's on a 1-minute CD, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good spell. I was actually expecting them to nerf it. Wow, is that Daniel? Is that Daniel-san that is playing? Are you going to say Night Fae in your Blood DK? Yes. It's basically Revival for Monks on a 1-minute CD. Oh, it's way better than Revival. Yeah. Way better, dude. It's got a legendary that directly synergizes with using every time. It's got a talent that basically, like, I mean, it's just insane. It doubles, basically triples the healing, probably, I'd imagine. And it also gives you max holy power. Fills your fucking holy power bar, so you get the next 2 globals, basically 3 globals are extremely strong healing into a talent, you know what I mean? That already synergizes with that. So like even if for some reason Divine Toll didn't top everyone, which does happen, I now can top everyone with my next 2 to 3 globals easily without any buildup. It's ridiculous. It's so overpowered. I don't know how anybody would not use this for 5 mans. I actually had a lot of work to get all my account achievements back. Like I had to start from scratch on Twisted Corridors. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Lito, welcome. Had to level an all through the whole story again. Lost all my legendary recipes. Oh my god, wow, that's fucked. Was it worth it? Hopefully. That's very interesting. I didn't even think about all that. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, it's got 8 stacks. That's a lot of stacks. You lose all your mounts and pets? Yeah, that's crazy. Bursting on Plaguefall sucks. It doesn't suck that bad, just this one area. There's no reason the DK should have 9 stacks of busting. No, learn your class, my friend. Howdy, Tegro, what's up, buddy? Look at that, he's figured it out. Oh my god, this fucking slime. Okay, I just released this guy sealer. Doesn't feel like the easiest week to me, I know. Definitely does to me. What do you think is the easiest week? Bursting and Fort still hurt a lot. Well, yeah. So does Tyrannical. Fort and Tyrannical are pretty well balanced now, I'd say. Bursting is dispellable, so I don't think you're gonna get much easier than a volcanic week with bursting. What's your eye level? 215? 1. Yeah, 115. Just came out of season 3 of BFA. What is this? Just rescued Bane from Torghast. Now he's riding his Kodo in the Maw. Oh, well. It's because you have your mount, right? Are you on a mount? NPCs mount up if you mount up. Druid mount. Yeah, but the Kodo in the Maw? Well, I don't get it. That's the mount he uses. What do you mean? Why do you do Slime Wave first? Is that normal? What's a good ILO for a tank demoner to start doing 15s? Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Gear won't be any reason to worry, honestly. Unless you're like not even 200 or something like that, I guess. Just progress until you get to 15. That's all you would worry about. I was having fun with one of your videos where you struggled to understand why Azralan players kept saying to cut casts. Oh yeah, what was that about? I don't remember. Wow, that dude did 4.4k on that boss. It's crazy. Oh, touch of death, right? Forgot all about that, honestly. I mean, it doesn't feel like this week is crazy easy. Gotcha. That's fine, up to you. I sure can't mount up there and ride a Kodo. I can use the corridor creeper. Yeah, good one. They say cut instead of interrupt. That's weird. Is that why is that? Do you have any idea? Even if that was overkill there, I think it's important to top everyone so they can get those slimes pulled properly, or killed properly. Tough pack coming up here. Wow, we got through it. And that is it for that pack. Oh, 6 stacks. Just kidding. Did not anticipate that, honestly. Horde Sanguine Week seems easier to me. Gotcha. That's fine, man. Up to you. I don't know. I find busting harder no matter what. Definitely am having trouble with it right now. Rip Azralan Owl. Bobo, what's up? Yeah, it comes from a common expression. To cut someone means to interrupt someone talking. Oh, how about that? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, like to cut them off. That's cool. Why are you doing that? Why did you ring them off the jar? Spell that. Got hit by the barrel there.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
Well, that died quick. Man, this guy's doing a lot of fucking damage. Wow, the pet just did that much damage. Holy fuck. I used to play on Azralan because I'm from Brazil, but I had to leave the server. Yeah. Probably made the right choice. Fort Spite Volcanic also seems really easy. Okay, so we have... When's the next pride coming up? Before the boss? I don't actually recognize the route. It's pretty stable though. Just wondering what it changes at the end. I got Plaguefall 14. If that one doesn't work out, oh cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. Either way, even if it does work out, we can still do it. How's keys bent for you? If you go stand in melee, do you get any volcanoes? Nope. As long as the mob isn't, as long as you're not far away from the mob, you don't get volcanoes. Like if the mob's far away from you, then the mob's gonna throw volcanoes out. Hey Valis, what's up buddy? How you been? Glad to see you. Did we hit any of those? No. They don't spawn down here, right? They spawn up top? Or what? Don't know what's going on. Never seen that aggressiveness used there. Key's been okay this week, going higher and higher. Sweet, that's good to hear that. I was going to use boars, but you're not a DK. To be fair, we did have a DK. Pride here? What the fuck? Hey, Steve, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Imagine DPS actually using their utility proactively, right? Hard to believe, right? Dragging that pride like that, man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if I like that. You ever remember the names of real bad people? Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we made videos on some of the real worst offenders. Just to help others. Always confuses me when the warlock's pet interrupts because it has a brown name, like if it's a warrior. I was like, wait, we have a warrior? No. That's the pet.
You cannot comprehend my genius. What this needs is some flesh. The next procedure will be a real blowout.
I never even summoned my owl and get the fucking... I never use that anyway, man. It's like completely never used. I never even used Hellstones on this character. Oh shit, I'm about to need to. Wow, that did nothing.
Now to test this slime on you.
Why does Warlock not interrupt show on your weak aura? Yeah, the demo pet doesn't work for some reason. Because it was, this weak aura was made before, before this pet had an interrupt, so I couldn't seem to figure out the spell ID. I don't understand why. I added the spell ID that I thought was the right pet spell ID and it didn't work. I tried it at the beginning of the season. I don't know if you saw it, but basically every time the Warlock pet interrupted, it added a new bar, so that by the end there'd be like 16 bars on the list. Get Omni CD? Yeah, I'm good with this. You don't play with Demo enough to worry. Monk is pumping. Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. Guys banished it. It's good. You used to track party Cs before though? Not really. I had it for like a couple weeks and it was a complete waste of time. There's almost never, I never even look at that honestly. The only reason I got rid of it was because it was causing all kinds of errors, and when I got the updated version I couldn't figure out how to make it attach to the right side of these bars and the left side of these bars. So I was like, alright, I'm done with this. There's no need for it. It's not going to change how I do anything in the game, as the tank especially, so I don't feel like I need to track it. It's hard to overstate how good DPS from the healer is. Oh, absolutely. 100%. It's just free damage, right? Like, even if you only do 1.2k, yep, 100%. Anything above 1k overall is like, you brought a lot to the group. And it's so fucking easy with Consecrate, man. Especially on fortified weeks. Really just keep Consecrate down. I'm gonna do a couple thousand damage. Skip that. I didn't realize this until the other day. Jix had it happen to him by accident. If you stay in that slime for, I guess, 10 stacks of that debuff, you get turned into a fucking slime, dude, and you move really fucking slow. I had no idea that was a thing. Good, I was gonna blind there, but I'm glad he did his instead. I assume his stun is way shorter. Or actually, mine's a minute and a half. I don't know what his is, but probably not much different. That's this dungeon's achievement. Oh, is it really? Wait, what is it exactly? Okay, ring works too. I'll save mine for a moment when nobody else realizes that it's needed. Kind of like Undead as a monk. Animations are decent. Oh, cool. It's after 5. Oh, is it only 5? Oh, I have no idea. I've never seen it before. I've never fought any mobs in there, so I have no idea. Okay, we'll just get that one. Fight all bosses under the effects of that. Oh, wait. All bosses? What the fuck? So you get it at the start somewhere, too, I guess? Or do you have to skip the first boss and come back to it, I guess? Oh, no, yeah. I'm sure the slime around the edge of the room works. Use that now because this is gonna be an awkward 80 here. Want to make sure we have that up. Yeah, not even really close to having the other stuff dead. It's gonna be a tough one. this thing as well, jeez. Okay, but we got it all up. Let's use wings right now. And then probably need to... trying to say, okay, now we need to use it. We still have Devo up too if we need it. And we do not. See, that would have been a wipe if I didn't have Divine Toll. No way I would have been able to do that. I'm just not good enough. The trash in here really isn't that bad. I don't mind Plaguefall this week, yeah. Not a bad week for Plaguefall.
I will slay you where you stand. A single scratch is all it will take. Your demise comes from the shadows. No target has escaped me.
Doing a lot of moving.
A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped.
Crap week for the other side though, you think? Why is that?
Your demise comes from the shadows. Vengeance will
Oh, we are destroying this.
mine.
What? Why? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe on the last boss, when he gets they get all pulled together. On the other side's last boss, you get all pulled together. There was a volcano there, and it hit all 5 of them and one-shot them. That was probably it. That's probably why he thinks it's a bad week. The other side is definitely a much easier key on Fortified, though. Definitely not a big fan of doing these now. I feel like skipping Pride here is definitely the play on Fortified. Unfortunately, can't get into monk tanking. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about doing it, but not sure. Sounds like Sire Denathrius, Grip, and Crescendo. Right, yeah, that's exactly that. Same type of mistake. Oh, portal. That's interesting. Didn't know you could use a portal. Hopefully we're not going to get a debuff thing. No, good. That's cool. Didn't know portal worked like that. Neato. Oh, shit. Didn't anticipate that being a problem. We'll have to make sure we're ready for it. Got the wings proc, so we're ready for it. Anyway, Zandy Monk making a comeback? No, probably not. Well, at some point maybe, but yeah, this season I'm just really focused on getting these max level, these no spec characters to max level.
Rise, servants of plague. Keepers of rot, heed my call.
Which dungeon is your favorite this expansion? Levi. I don't think I have a favorite, honestly. I don't think I have one. How do you even choose no spec? You don't. Yeah, you just don't play. You never pick a spec when you level the character. There's no way to do it with the character that's already established, so that's why I have to level all these characters. Like, it's almost like we're playing chicken. It's like, how low can I let these people get before I have to Divine Toll? And if I let them get so low that they're never in danger and the Prideful's dead, then you don't need Divine Toll, but usually, eventually, it happens. Especially if somebody gets hit by one of the mechanics. I think the other side is my favorite. Yeah, the other side's pretty neat, actually. It's a cool dungeon. It's quite difficult, and it has been difficult over the course of the season so far, so it's hard for me to say it's my favorite, but it's becoming the arcway of this expansion for me. I've ran it so many times that I'm kind of falling in love with it. I hated arcway when I started doing the dungeon, and by the end I loved it. By the end it was my favorite dungeon. Is no spec Demon Hunter possible? No, that's the only one that's impossible. I haven't figured out a way anyway. Because you have to actually choose a spec as part of the that quest line to get out of the order, whatever the place where you start. And I don't think there's any other way to get out of the place where you start. If there was ever like DK was the same way, but then they added Valpyra DK and shit, whatever, Allied Race DK. So if they ever did that same thing with Demon Hunters, where you were able to not start in that old starting zone, then it would be possible. But from what I can tell, there's no actual way to get out of that starting zone, and to get progressed through the starting zone, you have to pick a spec. Lust. Do we even have lust? Well, that was a joke. I think Necrotic Wake and Mist are up there too because of how unique they are as dungeons. Yeah, they're cool. I don't dislike any dungeon either, is the thing. Alright, what do we do now? That's two out of 4. Let's get 2 more. And then we're gonna be done. I dislike Sanguine. Oh yeah, I don't dislike Sanguine. It's just hard. It's the hardest one in my opinion. So, but it's super aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. I haven't done Necrotic Wake in a while. It should be an interesting key. Let's sign up. Let's not. That one's more interesting. I ended up loving Sanguine Depths, to be honest. Oh yeah, small hallways, brutal trash, and tricky bosses is definitely a challenge seeker's haven. The hallways aren't as big of a deal as I thought they were going to be, actually. I thought that dungeon was going to absolutely suck with those hallways and times, but I have yet to see, I don't know, I don't do the dungeon as often as the other ones, unfortunately, so. That's how many times I've done Sanguine this season on my DK. It's at the bottom, isn't it? So I've done only 27 Sanguines, yeah. compared to 48 the other sides, 50 Halls of Atonement, 47 Mists of Turn Scythe, 38 38 Plague Falls, 27 Sanguine Depths, 39 Spires, 30 Necrotic, and 41 Theater. So Sanguine is the least ran key for sure. And I do actually have a relatively good success rate on it. 55% upgrade rate. It's pretty good. Only 39% upgrade rate on the other side, which is actually my second highest ran key. And that's just because that key was so hard for a while. Probably. I can't wait for the new Mega Dungeon. You'll have to. It's a while away. I don't like how limiting the route is for San Diego. Very little choice without invis skips. Yep, I don't dislike that at all. Like that's how it's always been. Like people were like, oh, the keys were not like that. It's like no, they've always been. There's always been dungeons that have been very limiting. You know, not every dungeon is like that, and not every dungeon is limited, and not every like there's a mix. So that one being like that, I like that. Theater is pretty fun too. IMO, good challenge. Yeah, I really like Theater. Actually, Theater and the other side are both the same. Like I've gotten so good at them because I ran them so frequently and learned as much as I could about them that I feel very confident every time I do those dungeons. Sanguine isn't as bad as Waycrest. Waycrest I definitely did not like, yeah. Waycrest is one of my least favorite dungeons. I couldn't stand how like the doors randomizing the route was such a common thing. Like I remember in season 4 I was thinking like if we go right, I'm not confident at all. You know what I mean? But if we just went, if the doors were open on the left, I'm like, this is an upgrade. Like I know exactly what I need to do to do this well now. I didn't like that at all. I hope they won't ever do that again. Maybe if they reintroduce depleted keys. Yeah, that whole system doesn't function anymore. Oh, hey. What is that group called? Oh yeah, Gig's trying to get in. There's 14 Sanguine Depths. Not every dungeon is Motherlode. Right. Yeah, exactly. And they weren't in Legion either. That's the point. Like, you had multiple dungeons that were, you know, pretty narrow as well. Or BFA, of course, we're talking about. But Sethralis was like that. You know, Waycrest Manor was like that, especially before Season 4. Tol Dagor was quite not a lot that you could skip. Certainly Atal had some flexibility, but it was pretty on rails once people found out what they were doing key-wise. King's Rest, obviously, hugely. I mean, King's Rest is basically just the exact same thing as Sanguine Depths. And obviously Upper Mechagon, or whatever you called it. Really, the only dungeons that weren't like that were Motherlode, Freehold, and I guess Underrot. You could say Underrot. But Legion was particularly bad. Maw of Souls is like even worse than Sanguine Depths in that way. Upper Karazhan was like so little trash that you couldn't even fucking skip anything. Vault of the Wardens is the same way. Vault of the Wardens is kind of like Theater of Pain. It's a little bit more like Theater of Pain. Obviously, Cathedral of Eternal Night as well. I remember the famous double shroud skip in order to get any value out of it. Not a good expansion for that kind of stuff. Court of Stars was like, there's like nothing to skip in there either, but those items, it's kind of like Necrotic Wake. You don't really skip anything, but you use the items heavily. Similar. It's funny how similar some of the dungeons are. Okay, what are we doing? Sanguine, right? KR had basically no variation on the route. Yeah, it literally is. Sanguine Depths and King's Rest are basically identical dungeons in terms of that. You could skip some things with Shrouds and Invises, but you're basically just skipping something just to pull something else. Like, If you just literally just go straight in both of those dungeons, you'll have... Actually, King's Rest was worse, because if you did that in King's Rest, you'd be overcount. Sanguine Depths is the opposite. You literally just go straight, skip nothing, and you will not be overcount. The only problem is Pridefuls. There he is, Geg DK. Oh god, yeah, they're not gonna invite you with that shit. 200 score, oh well. It's a unfortunate situation there that happened. What are we doing again? I've honestly forgotten.
May wisdom guide your path.
Oh, it's Sanguine Depths, that's right. This is the guy with 500 score. Let's go. Freehold was my favorite BFA dungeon. Oh yeah. I like Sanguine, Necrotic, and Plaguefall. Sweet. King's Rest had. Oh, we read this. I do not miss Underrot Shroud skips. Yeah, people always try to make Underrot way more complicated than it had to be. Such an easy dungeon. I definitely think Underrot was the easiest dungeon that we've ever had for Mythic Plus. Well, I don't know. There's some things going on with timers in this expansion that are a little weird, but in terms of just what's actually difficult about the dungeon, they save you like a minute and cost you like 3 if you die. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the same way with Sanguine Depths, right? It's like you should not be skipping things unless you're sure you need to. So on Tyrannical Week, I would say, yeah, we should definitely skip stuff. But on Fortified Week, it's like, what's the point? The trash is the only hard part, so let's get some Pridefuls for trash. Every single Pride is for trash if you do the route normally. Let's see what they do here. Oh boy. When you see the word Dratnos coming out of the route, you know this is going to be an interesting one.
Souls are swarming the menagerie in unprecedented numbers. We cannot afford to let their anima go to waste.
Yeah, we ran this route a couple weeks ago. The patrol here, or the lantern here, can actually be hit through the wall. It's kind of interesting. We have a rogue, so we don't need invis, right? I don't like that dude. I don't have anything against him personally. It's just people like just blindly follow the routes. It's like, I don't know. If it works for you, that's fine, right? It's a good thing about this season. A lot of flexibility. What's wrong with Dragon's route? I think they work really well. Nothing's wrong with the routes themselves. It's just that people like blindly follow his routes. Like if it's the law, you know what I mean? People aren't able to think for themselves, and that's usually not a sign of a good tank. Let's put it that way. Especially in this dungeon, I would definitely not recommend doing that. That seems like a tyrannical route. Does it mention that? It doesn't even mention that, so. This strikes me as a tyrannical route. A route that you definitely want to get pride for bosses on.
5, 4,
I believe that's what happens.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, not really, but. No, yeah, definitely, yeah. This is pride on bosses, which is like. Okay. He smiles way too much when he's on camera. I just don't like his voice. Nothing against the guy. Gotcha. I've never actually watched any content that he made, but. Oh, that side of the room? Yeah, I did that route a week ago. It went well. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's overcomplicated, I feel like. Oh, we got Havoc. That's cool. I didn't realize. Havoc and Enhance. Wow, that's a fun comp. Fun little comp we got here. Dranos is really bland. Gotcha. Well, I can't comment on that. I've actually never really watched the video that he produced. I just know he started making tier lists like crazy, and everybody was like comparing his tier list to like whatever, and I was like, all right, that's it for me. But I'm actually thinking, I think I'm gonna actually get back into the tier list game, but with the twist. We'll see. See if I end up doing it. I gotta think about it a little bit more. Oh. I feel like Dratnos is gonna be the next Josh. Oh. You know what? I don't mean to say anything about him personally, but I could see it actually, yeah. Just because of his mannerisms and stuff strike me as a little weird. I don't know though. I never would have expected that about Josh either though. I don't know. You never know. Let's collab. You make the list and I will shout the entire script. What? The dinosaur sheets are weird. Yeah, I've heard people talk about it. It's probably you. I've heard people talk about that. You should do a server tier list. Which server gives you the most success in your keys? Okay, that's a fun way to do it. Why? What makes you think that? That would be a tough one. Need to actually look at it. That can just be something that gets added to the sheet, but I don't think I can be asked with that actually. That's such a pain. Because it doesn't show up on details, so I'd have to actually like pay attention in the chat or something like that. So there's easier ways to like link in the info from Radar.io or something. That'd be a good way to do it. Bottom tier rag, yeah. And tier 7, number 40th overall is the Brazilian realms. Just be tons of fucking comments from Brazilian people. Battle pets for Bloody K tier list. We need that mob, right? Just list all Latin servers. Yeah, just be tier 1 is everything, and then tier 2 is everything else. How many is a Brazilian? Warrior Legendary already nerfed? Oh, really? Wait, what'd they do? Hotfixes or something? Oh, well, they're no longer going to be 0 to hero, like all the fucking warriors are saying.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
Did you read second part? Second part of what? I love how they get so mad when people bag on them. There's like a stereotype for a reason. It's pretty understandable. Like it sounds like racist and dumb and ignorant, right? But it's like no, it's actually facts. Like I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think I shouldn't even say this shit out loud, man. But I think there's other. Let's just say this. I think there's other things that people might assume are racist statements as well, but are actually just trends that are factual. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything specific, but it's not uncommon for this to happen. Okay, and I don't know why it's happening, but that doesn't mean it's not real. Regardless, like if it's a stereotype that seems, you know, rude or something, I hate to say it. It's like whatever, that sucks, but it's true. Okay, so it's just life. I don't know why it's happening. Don't ask me, I don't know, but I'm rooting for the Warriors. Oh, they lost last night. Yeah, did you see that? Oh, wait, did they lose? That was the other night. Nico Mannion started last night. I said that dude's name out loud once, and now my phone always tells me everything that's going on with Nico Mannion for some reason. Like Asian people being bad drivers. Yeah, that's a tame example. Hey, what's up, Yara? Welcome back to the stream. I've had so many DCs or levers from Azerlon, I just don't take them anymore. Oh, Berg, what's up? Long time no see. Yeah, I would agree with that though, regardless. Race taken out of the situation. They are just toxic players. There are some good players, but most are awful or just banned on one death. Yep, I don't know. I mean, it's just seems to be something that you can't get away from. Oh, that guy got rid of that bleed. You see that? Doesn't make it not racist. Ignorant people is the reason why it happens. That's not... I don't understand why you would say that. Just because it pertains... First of all, being a fucking Mexican is not a race, okay? But anyway, regardless, it does seem ignorant, and it is, but it's also true. So, sure, I guess you could say truth doesn't make it not ignorant, but ignorant doesn't make it not true. And I think true is more important. What do you want, the truth or what? Like, I want the truth. Wasn't the tank from the last name? Yeah, this is some guy from the stream he's playing on both characters. All I'm saying is I've never saw a Chinese dude drive a NASCAR. Right, it's true. Or playing it in the NBA, apparently. There's like a video or a film or something about a Chinese professional basketball player or something. I don't know. Aswalon is a race now. They are mostly European. European, huh? Hunter didn't use misdirect once and failed to trap Vulpin in mists. Oh, sorry to hear that. Misdirect is a weird one. The Vulpin, though, I don't know if that's really the hunter's job. I mean, it's usually just going to break, so I don't know if you can really blame him for that. Probably line of sighted. God, that's doing a lot of damage. You don't see Asians driving in basketball either, right? It's really easy to trap the freeze tag. I'm sure it is, but if it's in melee, it's just gonna break. So, if every single one spawns at range, then maybe you could say that's the hunter's responsibility. But I never had that happen. What does this guy achieve out of those comments? What are we talking about? People saying something is racist in today's world just means whoever said it offends them. Yeah, that's basically, I agree with that. It's like what you said is offensive, so I'm going to use a buzzword to make you sound like you're invalidated. It's like, no, unfortunately, that's not going to work in this case. It spawns faster than the hunter trap, so you can't get them all. Yeah, that's... I'm aware of that too. I just didn't even bring it up because I figured hopefully other people knew that. You are probably right. I've been watching the stream for a few weeks now and have come to enjoy it. Thinking otherwise now. Fair enough, yeah. You feel that way, it's time to move on probably. We like to think for ourselves around here, so if logic is not your interest, then this will not work out. You're not gonna like it. Here's what Shomi said to prompt that, yeah. Sorry to hear you guys are racist. Never would have thought. Not racist, just realistic. And again, being from South America is not a race. The word that you're looking for is biased. Biased towards people from the Ragnaros server. And that is accurate. We are biased. It does spawn faster than free CD, but you can easily get it if you're the only one helping. Gotcha. Yeah, for real, and they call it realistic. It is realistic. Have you played with people from that server, dude? Do you feel like people from Ragnaros server are worth playing with? Most people using the word racism don't even know what it means, especially in this case. Calling people from a video game server race. What? Metro, did you watch that Netflix doc about what happened in the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles? No. I have never watched anything on Netflix. Besides, what was the name of that film? The Irishman. Which is a racist name. I can't believe anybody would support that. Racism made up, I feel, only human race is accurate. Pretty much, yeah. It's like racism itself as a... What? Racism as a term itself is ignorance, honestly. Is that where the chick ends up dead in the water tower? I don't know. Well, the problem with Azrael and Ragnos, from what I see from the streams before, is the language barrier and usual lack of skill from pugs. Right. Absolutely. It makes sense why people in the Blood DK community tend to shoot people.
Metro, what do you think is the best healer for Mythic Plus? Blood Death Knight.
Thanks a lot, man. Rogoth. I think you were already a member, weren't you? Anyway, shoot people away from your content you should take into consideration while making your content. That I promise you it is not because I talk about Ragnaros players. That has nothing to do with it. I only dislike people because of their personality. I don't care what color you are. Nice. So I'm gonna invis. I've had someone not wanting to invite a gnome to a Mythic Plus. Now that's racist. Why a gnome? That's funny. I'm Irish, so I'm green. Oh, okay. The latest news where Amazon had to remodel their new logo because it somehow reminded someone of Hitler. You have to really stretch your imagination to come up with stuff like that. It does feel like that, yeah. Who in the Blood DK is telling people not to watch you? Yeah, it's common in the Blood DK Discord because they're like... fucking like all they care about is offense or something like that. And I've encouraged the opposite of that, so. But I did make some pretty bad videos that they rightfully picked apart. Early in BFA especially. Not sure how I ended up here, but you are a pretty cool dude. Sweet. Toby Jew, welcome. We'll be live again tomorrow, same time, my birthday. Try to have some fun. Do some keys. I don't know what's going on here. Things are really falling apart all of a sudden. This is where these aggressive routes, especially when not needed, falter. Oh, he had the barb shackles on him. That must have been it. I played a lot of healers. I've never played Holy Pally. Is it good since you're playing it? Yes, it's very good right now. Okay. Getting res. Hopefully we'll get it. Did you ever consider a different covenant? No, never. Divine Toll is way too fun. It's insane. Falter, you and the Demon Hunter dies from standing and shit. It's not about dying, it's about coming back from the death. Ran a key with the Venter Holy Pally and it felt great. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, Venter's not in the cards for me. Divine Toll is way too, makes playing the spec way too easy. Any healer is good for 15s. It's just that Pally and Disc seem to be better on high keys. Disc, yeah. I'd struggle to believe Disc is a great healer right now, but it's good. I think people are just bringing them because of fucking PI. And I guess the Necrolord, or the Knife Face shit too, right? That's still happening. Kyrene are cooler, fight me. Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool covenant too. Venter is not my favorite covenant overall. It's pretty good though. Third favorite for sure. Necrolord's my least favorite.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
Okay. So we have all the trash pulled or what? Holy Pally, in my opinion, I would say Holy Pally is a better version of Disc. I actually agree, yeah. Kind of just a better version of Disc in always. Other than having PI, I guess, is the main thing. Definitely going to do way more damage on a Holy Pally, regardless. And they have an immunity and multiple other utilities that priests don't have. Really nice. Holy Pally took Disc's niche. Yeah, kind of agree. Well, that was a joke. Doesn't hurt when the tank and the healer combine for 9k DPS. Imagine being a healer and bursting 5k insane damage. They're so looked upon in high keys, I would see. 4th DPS with the tank and healer in these keys now. Yep, 100%. We did more than the DPS. We together we beat the DPS. All but one DPS player. You using fighting robot? No, I don't even. Literally don't have anything unlocked. I literally don't even have fucking conduits. Although I have a bunch of potency ones. I basically don't play this character outside of Mythic Plus. All my free time in the game that isn't spent on my main is spent on these characters that have been leveling for no spec challenges. Just because I feel like they're gonna change something and I'm gonna feel like, man, I really wish we could have done this instead, you know. I don't want to miss out on it. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's terrible. Wow, what a mess there. And I used Divine Toll for offense there, so I barely healed anyone with it. But it gave me the holy power I needed to get through that little mistake. Why is he constantly moving shit back? Guy's name is Metallica as well. Okay, we got 73% now. That's good. Where the hell's the door? We passed it, didn't we? What are we doing? Yeah, man, what are we doing? What's the best stat for Holy Pally in what I'm seeing? I'm guessing it's crit? I have no idea, don't ask me. Asking the wrong person. Overcount? No, unless he plans to skip more stuff. I'm not sure, yeah. Haste is equal to or greater than verse. Gotcha. Yeah, it feels like haste is definitely the play right now. I can concur. Haste and verse if you raid, mastery if you primarily heal raids with Light of Dawn. Oh yeah. What about 5-man though? No difference. Oh, pride down here, because that robot is carrying. Mastery doesn't contribute to damage. Light of Dawn is really not good, so haste and verse, gotcha. Yeah, definitely Light of Dawn. You're not going to use it 5-mans, I know that much. Does Light of Dawn hit a lot of targets in raids? Oh, it's still only up to 5 targets. Maybe there's some conduit that makes it better.
How dare you interrupt my research? My patience is wearing thin.
Using all my offense there feels a little risky, but let's see what it looks like. And the Venthyr ability really helps. Holy crap, 6k. And that was like, I wasn't even committed. I was like, should I use it? Should I not? I don't know. I ended up using it. Hey, we had a decent day being outside. Hey, outside, what's up? Is it nice out today? I mean, haven't even looked at the weather. I just bubble. No reason to take damage if we have bubble up. So if you had 4 people, it's always better for throughput to use Light of Dawn. Word of Glory is healing 3. I see, I get it. I didn't even really think about that type of thing. But with Beacon of Virtue, I can't imagine it would ever be worth it. Wait, why the fuck did I pick this up? I'm too used to tanking. Holy shit, I'm gonna drop it here. Yeah, we'll use it. Oh, okay, I'm dead. Alright, that's one way to drop it. What? How the fuck did I die? Got hit by something. Okay, that's fine. Now somebody else can pick that up. Oh, maybe it was a trap. Iron Spikes, it's really hard on tanks. IMO? Don't think that's an opinion. Oh, Shroud, what the hell? He auto-attacked it. Are we fighting it? I guess so, right? See, like this kind of shit, it's just, come on, man. It's a fucking 14, dude. Just... Anyway, super overcount, yeah. I don't know if this is just what happens to me, but more times than not, invis skips fail. That rogue just fucking auto-attacked while he was in stealth. So that obviously shouldn't happen, but it's just like we're doing something that's like super aggressive for a very easy key. And yeah, as you can see, this is not going well. As a result, bruv, if the internet says you're supposed to do skips, you have to do skips. Yeah, it's the problem. Rogue is an agent of chaos. Like the Joker. It started so well and then it fell apart, yep. And before we started getting out of hand with all the tactics. Sucks when you fail on Invis on the hardest pack in the game. No doubt, yeah. Definitely the hardest pack in the dungeon. So what's going to happen now? 90% here? What's actually going to happen? No wrong on that one. Hardest pack in the dungeon. Yeah, definitely not in the game, but definitely the hardest pack in here. $20 overcount. Oh, really? What's actually going to happen here? The Pride's going to spawn in the middle of the gauntlet. Boss plus Pride plus Gauntlet mob. That's going to be great. Yeah, when is that going to happen? What, 2 or 3 more pulls? Oh shit, these are going to fucking bust? Uh-oh. Divine Toll. I bet it's 2 pulls. I don't know actually, because that gave almost nothing for some reason. 93%. We only got 1.5% from that pack. There's like 7 mobs there. So this pack will probably get us to like 98. And then it'll be right out at the end of the gauntlet basically. Nice Venthyr heal though, holy shit. These are coming out at really good times. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but it's really helping. He probably is, to be honest. Like, that seems way too much of a coincidence. Theater Pain Captain, I would say, could be the hardest pack. Oh yeah. Is that actually that hard? I never fought it properly, I don't think. Okay, so we aren't even close still, 96%. It's actually not as bad as you think. We're definitely not going to be 20% over count. I don't actually know how much the last pack gives, though. Those urns are buffed comes Tuesday. Is that what you'd call that, a buff? Yeah, they're changed, that's for sure. The urns and also the gargoyles have been changed. Wow, that only gave 1%. Okay, so this is actually fine. We're going to get Pride here instead. It's fine. Not even an issue. Well, the guys with the arrows do so much damage to the DPS and the captain buffed them all. It's true, actually. The buff from the captain is why I might control that thing. It does a lot more than 2% for them, right? What is it, 20% or something?
You think yourself exceptional, but you will learn humility.
It's actually completely fine. What are those big damage numbers? Oh, you mean like why do they look that way? It's an add-on called Classic Floating Combat Text. Oh, that hit me? Fuck. Not great. Get out of jail for free. So we try then. Yeah, probably a good idea. It's fine. Like, we actually end up... Oh, we're not. Yeah, it's fine. Actually end up, like, doing perfect. Thanks. Classic floating combat text. Yeah, that's it. It's on the Curse Forge application. The Gijix. Oh, he means thanks. I get it. You're from Cop. I hope everything's alright. Only been a couple days though, I guess. Wednesday, Thursday, today's Friday. Bubble app bleed off. Makes my life easier in multiple ways. Oh shit, I get it by that. Garbage player. Not good. But we're good. Not gonna matter. By the time it's over. Okay, we'll wait. That one auto attack took it from a 2 to a 1. Oh yeah, you're right actually. I didn't even think about that. There's gonna be a double upgrade easily. Holy shit. Okay, good. Wasn't the monk tank? Yeah, that was the guy from the previous run, yeah. He's from the stream, I believe. Oh, look at the volcano. Bonked. It's funny. It does so little damage, too. Alright, cool. We got one more key to do today. You want to do it together, Gag? I don't know if you're still there. I know you've been trying to get in these groups. Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and see if he comes back. If not, we'll plug one more. Getting some work done. Sounds good, buddy. You can dodge the bleed with your horse. Oh, really? I had no idea. Pally is insane for this end boss. Can dodge bleeds. If you fail, bubble and bop. Yeah. Pretty good. Pally's really, really powerful right now. Do you think dissolving light is good, that you should never take double charge horse? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? Blinding light? They're not in the same row. How do you feel about the Halls of Atonement routes people are doing with skips? I've always found them a bit awkward, so trying to make a new one, but all the splits are so bad. So I made a new video on my updated routes, but hey, dear Gute Fay, welcome. What's up, buddy? Good luck and fun on your keys. Thanks. Almost done. I did make a updated route on Halls of Atonement a while ago, a fortified route, which does include a prideful, an invis pot, but it's nothing special. It's literally just pull packs that are in natural positions and then invis pot at the end. Why? I'm not sure what you're talking about. The skip is just because it's so much easier to get pride. Like, you can line pride up better. Let's put it that way. These mobs they're not great to pull, and they all kind of are more dangerous and spongy than the rest of the packs too. Okay, anyway. Wouldn't mind doing necrotic wake. 5k DPS is prop pally, seems fine. That is a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Didn't realize that, honestly, until you pointed it out. But you miss out on a gargoyle if you skip there. Yeah, but it's pulling trash that you wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. Gargoyle's nice and all, but it doesn't really. You miss out on a lot of gargoyles. There's a lot more gargoyles in that dungeon than you realize, probably. If you pull more trash at the start, you wouldn't have gargoyle for one of those packs. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on what you want. Pride. See, the reason that it started, because people were like demanding pride for all the shards of Halkias, and typically I'd be like, just get better, basically. But I actually agree. Like, the more I think about it, like, those mobs are the biggest health pool in the dungeon, right? And they don't really give much count. Like, you have to pull them. It's mandatory. So I'm with it. He did more damage than the Havoc, yeah, which is not even that. Like, well, he did less DPS, but he did more damage just because this guy was dead for such a long time because we were trying to figure out how to get back. A 14 with one of the easiest affixes in the entire expansion kind of converts it into an 11 with hard affixes. Oh, yeah. Do you think if they made tanks do the most damage, more people would tank? Yes, so many that nobody would play DPS anymore in queues. They can't do that. If tanks actually just did more damage than damage dealers, there'd be no reason to play damage dealers, right? Unless you needed something from one of the classes, specifically like Shroud. Or more so, they might not bring healers anymore. That's actually what happened in WoD challenge modes, if you look back. Blood Decay and Brewmaster was the combo. You'd go with 2 tanks and no healer. Because they both brought such potent utility and things to the group that it wasn't even worth having a healer. What I don't like about Sanguine Depths is the glowy on third boss something seems goofy with those. Like, you get hit even if you're not in it. Oh, the yellow swirls, you mean? Yeah, I've not had that issue, but Plague Paw. I mean, Halls of Atonement shouldn't be bad. Double DK there. Look at that group. But what if they limit it to 1 tank per group? They won't, because that's not how the game works. Like, the animation is behind the hit or something. Maybe. Not had that issue. Chrome Rack. Sounds familiar. Didn't we run with that guy already today? You're talking pulsing, you're taking pulsing damage, the whole phase of that. Maybe that's what you're seeing. Right. And you usually still have the bleed on you, right? Or whatever the dot. For one thing, it would be unbalanced. The fact that DPS players do damage kind of breaking the game. Yeah, it wouldn't be good for the game. That's how it was in MoP basically, and it really caused a lot of issues. Actually, if there was a time to say that it could have worked, it would have been MoP for sure. In MoP, it was like, you know, if you had the tank didn't actually do that much damage on his own, but the more damage he took, the more damage he did. So one tank would do tons of damage, but if you had a second tank, it wouldn't do anything. Like the second tank would just be AFK. So that's actually like a pretty good, if they ever tried to do that again, that would be the way to do it, but I don't think that's ever going to come back. No, it wouldn't. You're going to have people who want mindless DPS always. If they made tanks do the most damage, limit it to one tank a group. I think you solved the lack of tanks. Yeah, there's no lack of tanks, first of all, so nothing to solve, but... And again, the game doesn't work that way. They're not going to limit the lack of tank. They're not going to limit it to one tank for a Mythic Plus. That's not how the game works. You're perfectly welcome to go with 5 tanks if you want. Like that's supported. Is there a reason you don't link your DK's IO to your Pally? I didn't do it on purpose, but the reason I never ended up doing it was because I'm like, let's just let this character live on its own, you know? I actually like that idea, like kind of starting from scratch on each character. But I also like getting into keys, so I don't know. I just never did it. You got Plaguefall, Timothy. Sweet. So you only have 2 more. It's good. Well, to be fair, Spire is very easy, so all you gotta do is do Sanguine. We call tank damage the shitter line. It doesn't feel good to be below the shitter line. Oh god, yeah. I mean, well, it depends on the tank, obviously. If you're below a Demon Hunter, then it's not really that big of a deal on like a big AoE pack. But if we're talking about on overall, this Demon Hunter tank looks okay. Other size. People are not going to suddenly all become tank mains, trust me. Oh, they absolutely would be, dude. Are you kidding me? If tanks were the best way to upgrade keys, then everybody would be tanks. Hey, Zach, what's up, buddy? How you been? You always have at least 50% of people who come to the game not interested in doing anything but DPS. But you've just turned tanks into DPS, right? I mean, I'm confused. What are we not... This was your theoretical example. And you don't even seem to understand its like nuance. Anyway, I want to kind of see how much more damage people will do when I give them a 400 mastery buff. I'm actually quite excited for Warrior for sure. Shadowlands best expansion since Wrath. Wrath shit expansion if you ask me, but yeah, Shadowlands absolutely excellent expansion. I'm loving every minute of it. I need to gear my tanks so I don't have to wait so long for groups. Yeah, that's true. Tank or healer probably gonna get in groups easier. Yes, but you limit it. It's not going to happen, dude. That's out. That's never going to happen, okay? So let's move on from that. That's not how the game works. You want them to redesign how grouping in the game works. That won't be happening. So if you want to come up with some theoretical scenario, it has to at least be relevant to how the game works. Anyway, make all damage avoidable with skill and get rid of healers. I'd love that, actually. Well, not the get rid of healers part, but I'd love... Dark Souls style combat where like 99% of the shit is dodgeable. I'd love that. Triple Revendreth World Quest callings. Oh, really? That's cool. I feel like tanking and running your own key is the best way to upgrade your IO. It is, for sure. They're redesigning loot. No, they're not. Not at the base level that you're talking about. So if they did more damage, then more people would be prop pallies. Prop Pally is a popular tank despite how much damage it takes, because it does great DPS. Yeah, exactly. You thinking about doing a final thoughts on 9.05 for the patch? Nah. In popularity-wise, Wrath was the first expansion that got a huge takeoff like Shadowlands. Mid-BFA was just a joke. Well, obviously that was thanks to Classic, but yeah. I totally agree. Wrath was a popular expansion. But the thing about Wrath that people don't realize was it was the first time that China was included, so that's just like a third of the player base gained, right? So obviously the stats are going to look really good. The expansion itself was not good though, if you ask me. All the worst things about WoW came out of Wrath. Like, or they set it up in Cataclysm. Cataclysm and Wrath were the worst. That was the worst era this game's ever gone through, in my opinion. I actually have a whole video on this on Ace Games TV from back when we talked about this all the time with private servers. I think a lot of my thoughts would have changed by now since the game has evolved so much, but yeah, pretty much like, I think the list was like the worst raids, right? Ulduar was a great raid and ICC was fine, but TOC, one of the worst raids ever, and then they fucking reused Naxxramas. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. If they did that today, people would lose their fucking minds. Also, the first to be released digitally. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Kata was super bad. WoW was the first AoE fest. Wrath. Right, they ruined dungeons, ruined tanking, ruined the threat model, you know what I mean? Ruined healers, too, if you ask me. But yeah. Ulduar was so great. It was a great raid for sure. But felt like Cataclysm was the best in terms of setting decent game design. Oh god, yeah, I couldn't hey, there's Vukas and Vucinovic. That's the dude who saved our fucking life the other night, man. Dude, you are owed so much thanks from me. You commented in my stream last Wednesday when we were struggling with Minerva, and you suggested something that I never would have considered. And we looked into it, and just as you said, literally the second we did it, it immediately changed the progression, and we ended up killing the fight like 4 pulls later. Glad to see you, man. Nax out. I like Naxxramas as someone who has never done it. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm sure there's multiple reasons to dislike or like the raid, but if you think about the fact that they literally just reused a raid, like think about, if they did that today, think about the backlash. Legitimately. Like imagine, in Shadowlands, if they reused Nax again. They could have easily done it, right? They could have brought Nax back to Shadowlands, and it could be the raid that we're doing next year. Think about what the community would say about that. Nice to hear. Glad you got it down. Yeah, that was awesome. What did you change for Minerva? So he had suggested, instead of when we were opening the boxes or whatever those fucking cages of anima are, he said do it right after you transition out of the 50% mark, and before the second cage gets to 66. And you only do it a little bit. And then what that does is it basically delays the double soaks. So you can get much further in the encounter before it happens. And I didn't realize why this was a big deal at the time. But it's actually a fucking huge deal. Because it's taking so much DPS away from the boss. So we effectively gained like probably like 30% extra DPS throughout that whole section of the fight. And it just made it so much easier to progress. It's called time walking. What are we talking about? Kata ruined healers with the 3-tier healing spells. I liked Wrath. My first expansion I completed, but I can see the issues in hindsight. Yeah, it set up all the bad shit that this game had going for a while. I fear they might reuse ICC at some point. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. People are gonna freak the fuck out if it happens. They used Karazhan again into a dungeon, but still. Yeah, that's a bit different. What if they redo ICC to steal the Shadowlands away? Seal the Shadowlands away. As long as it's not actually the whole fucking raid, just redone. Like, you know, like if they used a setting and there's completely different encounters and setting, you know, the purpose and everything, then that's fine. But it's literally Nax is the same fucking thing. They even nerfed it, you know what I mean? The strat based around just murking the boss before the soft and rage ramp up. But yeah, the thing about Cataclysm was like they removed more shit than they added. I feel like all the good shit from Classic that made people want Classic back is all because of Cataclysm. If they didn't do that shit, there would never, like, nobody would be sitting here clamoring for Classic. So they really fucked themselves. The fact that they removed so many profession patterns and shit, like, especially in an expansion where transmog comes, it's like, wow, that is short fucking sighted, man. Holy shit. Anyway, I thought Torghast was going to be the final raid, but looks like that's the next one. No, I think Torghast is this next raid. Oh, wait, yeah, that's what you said. I see. I read it backwards, basically. Flipped it in my head. All right. So we got our ringer here. Otherwise, we got a bunch of dopes probably. Let's see. Actually, 1,500. See what happens. Do professions still give you bonus stats? No, not anymore. Do you think the jailer would be a raid boss? The jailer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore about what's going to happen story-wise. So what is it? What's the temperatures? Oh, it's only 32 out. What the hell? So it's supposed to be in like the 50s on Tuesday. It's always the ACC tournament, though. We always laugh about this. Every year that the ACC tournament is on is the first day I open the windows. And I could see that happening again, actually. It's supposed to be really warm on Tuesday and Wednesday. I hope that shifts into Monday, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to golf Monday. I'm 99% sure, unless it's really rainy or something like that. I will be golfing Monday, one way or the other. Even if I literally just go up there and hit a driver and then get told to leave. I can't wait anymore, man. I'll probably get there and there'll be like 20 people there and I'll have wasted my time like I could have gone last week as well. I just don't know what like the snow situation would be up there. I can't get in contact with anybody because nobody's ever there. Sarah was just euphoric about the idea of cleaning her curtains and fans with the windows open last night. Is it the same over in the West Coast? It's getting nice out. That's good. Yeah, it's pretty badass, man. I love I love spring. I'm pretty hyped for 9.0.5. Yeah, this is gonna be a good week. Oh, actually, 9.0.5 coming out, but we got ACC tournament. We'll have some things to talk about next week. Kyrian DK? Oh, that's cool. How do you know? It's 4 degrees here. Wow, is it really? Holy fuck. Was she taking LSD? Yeah, right. That's pretty weird thing to say, but I can't wait. I'm excited for the nice weather. Winter's just low tier, right? Like, I don't... Does anybody disagree? Well, I do know somebody who disagrees with that fucking cop. The only person on the planet I know who fucking eats peanut butter and ketchup and likes winter. Name another fucking person who likes peanut butter and ketchup. I'll wait. Is that Grid 2 you're using? No, it's Voodoo. I love winter, to be honest, so yeah. Yeah, I guess people who like live in areas where winter is more designed probably love it. But around here it never properly gets cold enough to make like winter sports a thing. And we never really get enough snow for it to be like super popular. Oh, that guy pulled the next back, what the fuck? This is gonna be a very weird split. I guess we'll see what happens after this. I've never heard of peanut butter and ketchup. Right, yeah, that's what I said. I'll tell this story. I love telling this story. It's so funny. We were actually doing, it's probably in the video that we made. Me and Cop were recording a, him and I were going through a bunch of like zones we really liked and doing like an immersive playthrough of them again, and I recorded them and made videos out of them. There's a bunch of them on the channel. But anyway, we were doing the Silver Moon one or whatever, the Quel'Thanos one or whatever you'd say, Quel'Thalos one. And we were just talking about food or something like that, and I just said something about toast or something like that. And it's like, oh, I love a good piece of toast with a little bit of ketchup and with a little bit of peanut butter and ketchup. He says it just like that. I'm like, what? You know you're streaming right now, dude. Did you just say that out loud? It's like if it was just like completely normal. Like, I love a good piece of toast with ketchup and peanut butter on it. Yeah, that's not normal, dude. My whole state won't shut down for a week because we got 4 inches of snow. Yeah, not like that shitter Texas. Although Texas has redeemed itself, huh? I wish Texas was in Eastern Standard Time because I would move to Texas. If there was one place to be right now, I feel like it's Texas. Okay, did we do that on purpose? I don't know. One of my best friends put peanut butter in chili. Oh yeah, I really like peanut butter, to be fair. Let's stay in its intended uses, though. I think maybe. I guess this is gonna be a wipe. I think. I mean, I don't even know what we're doing right now. We're just like sprinting across the fucking map. My brother puts peanut butter and jelly on hot dogs. Okay. Well, him and Cop should get together. The hardest part of the dungeon is pulling. This fucking shard of Halk is at 30%, by the way. I don't know how we survived this. Like, I really don't. Yeah, right. Oh, that was from down here. Oh, I didn't even realize what that pack was. That's interesting. Why do you not like the tank at the top of Voodoo? I'm not sure. I don't. Not intentional, I guess. I think it just defaults to me. Whatever role I'm in, doesn't matter. Just puts me at the top. I've just gotten used to that over time. I wouldn't really say it's something I like. You blinded it, huh? I was thinking I'll stun this, but then ended up wasting it. Another Super Strain pull would be my guess. Oh, maybe. He's got Super Strain on? Yes, he does. That could actually be it. You might be right. I just went back and looked. It's hard to tell because it was so far ahead, but I think he gripped that mob up. Oh, really? That's funny. I don't know. Don't know what happened. What are we doing? I'm trying to skip that pack? What the fuck? Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Never saw that before. Do you find it easier to be the healer and just go with the flow you tank? Have you learned anything specific? Yeah, that's actually why I started playing healer, was because I wanted to see what other tanks were doing. So I wouldn't say I learned something specific. Like, I can't think of anything, but I've certainly seen other perspectives, and it's helped me be more well-rounded.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
It's gonna be difficult. Right on. Yeah. Just good to see things from the opposite perspective. How long do you actually have to get into that red circle? I always sit there and wait for people to get closer, but maybe I don't have to, huh? The start of the expansion is always so fun because there's so much that we still have to learn. Like, I've done this dungeon, what did we say, like 40 times already, and I still don't know the answer to that question. This fight is so silly though, how easy this is. I believe you have till he does the first mechanic. Okay, that's interesting. Ah! That didn't even hurt at all. Oi. Eliomir kind of something. Would not know how to pronounce that. Welcome. It's an interesting adventure around this dungeon. I assume we're not skipping anything now. Never saw this perspective, that's for sure. First time seeing this route. I need to dispel these mobs and not be in front of that. That's my big issue every time I do this on my Paladin. I'm always in melee, getting hit by that. I don't actually know what that does, but it's definitely not good. Ten stacks become lethal. It just does a dot. Let's see if this is enough. I think we need more, don't we? Bursting incoming. No, those small ones don't burst, if that's what you meant. Luckily, found that out a long time ago. Found that out the first week of the season. I remember freaking out about that. He doesn't know you can not get hit by that. Now we aggro trash. Maybe it was intentional. Actually, I don't think we did need that. Hopefully it doesn't give us pride. The slimes in Plague Fall, which is insane. I agree, but those were set up there. Like, you know, they're there to be that challenge specifically. Okay, good. We should shroud here, I think. Yep. Oh, okay, forget it. Anyway, because there was like 25 of them, yeah. That's there to like set that up entirely for sure. Oh my god. Knocked up in the air. I'm walking through the air. I see the open skies above. The flowers and the trees. I actually don't know I don't think any of those are the lyrics. He dodged it. Good. Oh. That's fine. We've been through worse. Rah, bro, I'm bear hungry. In it. Ah, meleeed. Good thing I didn't die there. Is he dodging the powerful swipes? It looks like he is now, yes. Prison Mike. Welcome. Like the name? Okay, who's gonna get this ability? Not me. Well, that was a quick fight. Does this guy definitely... Yeah, there it is there. You can see the Kyrian ability. Oh, he's 6 to 10 mythic as well, so that's good. I wish I could like Kyrian more. I just love Knife A though, man. The only thing that excites me about Kyrian besides being in Bastion is the actual ability. I don't like anything else. I don't like the armor, I don't like the Covenants like theme, I don't like the fact that I won't have Blink anymore. It's just so many things that I like about Knife A. But if I could just have that ability, that'd be awesome. Have that should just be the Knife A ability. The Kyrian one, make the Kyrian one the Death and Decay. Divine Toll is just amazing as prot. Oh yeah. I was talking about my DK, but yeah, Divine Toll is fucking awesome regardless. I think even as Ret, it'd be pretty damn good. I think we're gonna play some Ret later in this season. Now that I'll be able to get weapons and shit, hopefully. I'll be able to buy or upgrade a you know, a two-handed weapon or something like that. What is this? Fighting in here. Interesting. Wait, is this Rogue Assassination? I thought they went oh yeah, he is, look at that. Assassination's pretty good right now. We were looking at logs last night and it's actually better than the other 3 specs right now. Like it's actually the top damage spec out of the 3. Well, I was surprised to see that. This is definitely a do damage full time as the healer fight. Assassination rogues are great. They just get a lot of crap from the community. I'm just not sure what they'd be getting crap for if they're actually outperforming the other 3 specs. The other 2 specs. Assassination seems good in raid, but I don't know anything. You don't know a thing? Holy fuck. You got a lot to learn then, huh? What's up, Metro? Danny, what's up, buddy? How you been? Glad to see you. Yeah, man. We really got that down, don't we? We've come a long way with that.
punishment. Their pain shall enlighten you. My flock.
Okay, pretty good. It's 4 a.m. where I am and I can't sleep. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you don't have anything big going on tomorrow. This area always reminds me of Pontiff Sullivan in his room. Mostly because the pews, I guess, but... I love Holy Pally damage, yeah, I bet. Another reason why they're so strong right now. But to be fair, I mean, besides like the insane burst that I can sometimes do with wings and shit up, I think Shaman could do a really good amount of damage too. And then probably even Druid, although I guess Druid requires a much more wealthy investment, let's put it that way. Same, Shaman also has a lot of healing. Sure, yeah, Shaman's kit is great right now too, but... Oh fuck, I walked right into that. I have all... okay, hold on. Out of all the healers right now, I hate having Rested Druid the most. Oh, really? Well, they are buffing Rejuve, so that'll help. Could save through a Spirit Link. Right, yeah, Spirit Link, very powerful spell. As we know. That's why it's so shocking how few people use it, like, properly. Like, they don't even try. Somebody commented on that video I uploaded where it was me. I don't actually remember who was in the group. I just remember Size was in the group with Sarah, and we had this Resto Shaman who just, like, sat on Link the whole dungeon. He didn't use it once up until the second boss at the other side. And Size kind of, like, freaked out on him. These fucking, like, do-gooders are like, why would you ever get mad at a pug, lol? When you could play better yourself. It's like, okay. Welcome to the life of gamers. But regardless, it was like, it reminded me like how bad it is when a shaman doesn't use their CDs. Like, you might as well not even play the spec if you're not going to use Spirit Link. That's like 50% of why it's good, honestly. Anyway, 9 minutes left. Blasting through. Yeah, we absolutely crushed this. Thanks. No small part to Size coming. I swear 99% have 0 damage throughout the whole dungeon. Don't even have Moonfire. I still don't get why everyone doesn't just double soak this boss. Yeah, I'm glad to have done it as Holy Pally. It's really easy. It's easy to control too as the healer because you can just heal yourself. That frustrates me to death when DKs don't use their infinite mob control to keep mobs stacked. Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like in this dungeon? I didn't even notice. Why? What was the issue? Well, that's gonna be it. We got our keys done, and as we said, we're done. But, Metro, Mohammed, what's up, buddy? Unfortunately, you've come at a bad time. Anything anybody wants to talk about? Tomorrow we'll be back again with DK. Do a full-length stream tomorrow. We're going to get some birthday fun in. Hopefully we'll have some fun. Tomorrow's going to be such a crazy day, though. So we're going to stream in the afternoon. Then we're getting together. My family's like friends and stuff getting together for a little party. Gonna watch Duke and North Carolina play a video game together. I know they're gonna play basketball together. That's what they're gonna do. And then it's the UFC card, the crazy ass UFC card. I did not even know Dominic Cruz was on that card. He's not even on the card. He's on the fucking undercard. A Dominic Cruz fight is not on a main event. How nuts is that? That's kind of wild, but easy clappers, yeah. God damn it, I'll come tomorrow. How sweet, man. Your birthday's tomorrow. It is indeed, Flinzy. So we'll have some fun. Hopefully, we'll maybe throw. We'll try like some hard drugs. Anybody have any recommendations? We'll see. I haven't decided what I'll do, but do you ever do Blood DK review for lower level players? We do actually, yeah. It's part of the $10 Patreon tier. So if you're really interested, let me know. Hit me up in Discord. We could talk. But I actually just agreed to do one for. I don't know what he wants to be called now, but I think Manuel is what his name is now. So yeah, we're gonna do that hopefully this weekend. I'll super chat next. Well, you don't have to. I don't. No worries. Either way, just be here and let's have fun. Have fun, dude. Good luck. Have fun. Okay, yeah, I'll have fun twice, and I'll also get good luck. You must do all the psychedelics in the world. All right, we'll try it. I'll see. I have to get some first, but I think they're pretty easy to come by, right? You can go to Rite Aid and get them at the pharmacy. I'll smoke you up, and we can make Age of Empires maps. Oh, make Age of Empires maps. I still have a great idea for an Age of Empires map, but I don't know. The game is, I just wish that I can combine Warcraft 3 with Age of Empires. If I could, it would be the best game on the planet. But I can't. If Age of Empires just had heroes and items, I would love it. Alright, anyway. I'm going to get off the stream. I'll stop playing WoW for a little bit. So that means I'll have to end the stream. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.